It was up, man. B1.
Yes, sir. I was just telling you, when you come out your office, I'll make sure you come up and get in touch with this mic, man, because I know you got something to say about this.
Yeah. So I read the title, and I want to say this. I want to say that. Let me take my headset off.
He is a fucking. That's who a tether is.
That's what full-blooded.
Full-blooded. Nah, she's Spanish. But the title, a lot of people don't know this. When people say black and brown, people understand what black is. It's a racial classification, but brown isn't. Brown is not a race. Okay, so people don't know what brown represents. Brown doesn't represent a color. Brown represents a political perspective, right? Affiliation. Brown represents anybody liberal, anybody. That's white people, Asian, African. That's who the brown is. It's anybody who is liberal, Democrat.
Thank you for the knowledge, man. Yeah, so we up here just kicking it. They trying to bother the family with this Biggie shit.
The Biggie, what's up with that? What's up with Biggie?
So I don't know. He said that the woman looked so good, he want to suck a nigga.
Oh yeah. Nah, that's why I got Biggie #1, the worst rapper ever, and Drake #2. Biggie said more things. Biggie said we kidnap kids, throw them over the bridge. Yeah, so bro.
He said his homeboy do that. That didn't make sense.
Hey, bro, he got a lot of bars like that.
Biggie say he want to hit you in the butt and give you the rash, and he don't want to use condoms.
Oh yeah. That's the other one. Yeah. So yeah, they just stick your. If you think I'm PUSNY, how they stick your thing in this? Something like he got a lot of suspect bars. That's why I say he's #1 worst rapper ever because of that.
I don't know if he top Eminem. Eminem said some of the illest, the disgusting shit, the most nastiest shit you ever gonna hear in your life.
Yeah, but I don't see Eminem as a legitimate rapper though. Yeah. We don't. Yeah.
Rap, listen to Eminem rap. You understand why Proof couldn't live in order for Eminem to get live.
Oh yeah.
Man, Proof never talked about killing his mom and doing say like flow. Rap. That's how Proof. That's why Proof is in the actual 8 Mile video, because Proof really that nigga. So if you do the research, you understand why he had to quote unquote. I don't know if I can say this, but you know what I'm saying.
I'm trying to avoid the curse.
Please, you don't rock with Biggie? Come on, man. What are we talking about?
Nah. That's a colorful rapper, bro. We can't do that with him, man. We gotta let him go.
Whole thing was going on, and I was thinking about different rappers that we would lose. Say if we did try to, the delineation was happening. I did say, Biggie. I did go to LL for the He line in the remix. Listen. Come on, Queen. Come on, Queen. You gotta be careful with Uncle L, man. See, you being biased right now.
We ain't being biased. Nah, we ain't being. Yo, Biggie was in the bed with her, bro. No. Biggie went out his way. Like L made a mistake. Biggie did it over and over and over and over. It was intentional. He made it. Yeah. He made. God damn. Hey, bro, he made a mistake. Look, a mistake happened. But if you do it over and over, it's no longer a mistake. So this dude said it over and over. Then he had the girl, the trans in his video twice.
So now, so what's happening right now is we got Queen's bias and light skin bias. I see what's going on. Oh shit! Come on. We ain't colorism no more. No more.
Hey, yo, look, let me say it real fast. Yeah, I was always a Tupac fan. I was never, anybody can tell, anybody I can bring people on here. Now watch this, watch this. Now when Biggie did that line, she looked so good. That line, I swear, I was looking at my East Coast, like people who big on Biggie. I was like, yo, what's up with that? And they was making up excuses. I was a huge Pac fan.
Me and O got into a lightweight argument about that Biggie shit because I said Biggie was saying some suspect shit in his rap. He like that.
All right, so ask him, do he sing that verse? Hey, bro, do you rap those lyrics, bro? Huh? Hey, there you go. So now there's no Pac lyric that I stay away from. All Pac lyrics are thorough.
Oh no, Pac go all day. He go all day. He like that like that. These dudes start getting freaky like this, like uncontrollably freaky. They start doing all this stuff until Pac was gone. It was a little bit while he was there, you know what I'm saying? But Pac was still pointing it out. But when he left, oh yeah, they really put they rainbow flags on their desk and they really start going hard.
I had somebody tell, I had this popped up earlier because it was a person I seen the Mexican podcast and they were
from Baltimore. He's not from New York. Baltimore.
No,
he was born in New York.
Was born in New York. He was born in Harlem.
Uh-oh.
Listen, we got too many rappers anyway. Y'all can have Pac. I don't care.
No, they can't
get rid of some of these niggas.
No, nobody can have Pac for Black Americans. Y'all not.
No. We was talking about this was all Black Americans up here. We talk about different states right now.
But I put this Pac there.
I apologize. He was born in East Harlem. I apologize.
Uh-oh.
Now they trying to say that if it wasn't for a producer named Johnny J, that Tupac wouldn't have been Tupac. Now Johnny J is a West Coast producer. I guess he's Mexican. But then
Wait. So what songs did he produce?
He did produce a lot of songs.
Yeah, no.
He did Picture Me Rolling is his beat. But again, it's just a sample of Black American music. It's a sample.
Let me finish. She keep cutting me off. So I found out that this dude name, he's Mexican. His name is Johnny Jackson. So then I had somebody come up on the prompt on the thing and tell me that this Johnny Jackson dude was adopted by some Black Americans. So he was raised in Black American culture. So can we say if it wasn't for Black Americans, he wouldn't have been this good producer that he is?
Yeah, but how does a producer make a rapper? A producer can make an R&B singer. You can't make a rapper. Like, yo, a lot of times the beats a lot of Pac beats are not that hard. It's the lyrics, it's the swag, it's the passion. That's what makes Pac, not no beat.
Crazy nigga, Pac had the hardest beat.
Really? Are you serious? Wait. What's your phone number? Are you alone? I got a pocket full. You know that song? What's your phone number? Are you alone? Got a pocket full of kindness bone. I have fun. Now, baby, gotta leave me alone. You know that song right there? Yeah, that beat is horrible. Exactly. That beat ain't dope, bro. Nobody ever plays that song. That was my favorite track though because of Pac. He made that beat. Anybody else not? But
shit, man, I read that man book. Pac didn't say shit about no Hispanic running his shit out of that. When I read his autobiography, it stated he got that beat from one of them niggas that was out of Jodeci. That and a bunch of them motherfuckers were Black Americans making beats. Pac ain't never ran into no Hispanics, and even in his book, he don't say shit about no Hispanics, bro. He might have mentioned them, you know. Jay, listen, I looked it up. This Johnny J, no, he did produce a lot of Tupac's music, but
you go watch some of the videos. You can see him in the videos in the studios.
While I'm talking.
My sis.
Okay, so yeah, he did produce a lot of songs for Tupac. We not gonna lie and say.
Yeah, but what are the songs though?
Let's see.
That don't matter?
It matters. If you just let me talk, I can say it. It's saying that he produced 150 songs.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. But yeah, but that don't mean nothing though. It just beats. That don't mean nothing.
Pac was already big. He was already on his way. It just was a matter of time anyway.
I know that. I can't even talk. Y'all drop the piano because y'all keep interrupting me while I'm trying to say something. I know it's a lot of niggas on the piano, but y'all not about to overtalk me.
So a lot of they can't hear you. Apologize, son.
You're not about to keep overtalking me. I understand y'all men and all, but you're not gonna come over here and run my piano. Damn. As I was looking at this Johnny J dude, whoever the fuck, I didn't even know who the fuck he was until I heard that Mexican podcast. I just find it funny. Like, they always got a lane playing town to everything that we fucking do. Like, that shit just be some pee on that shit.
Pac started off with the Digital Underground.
Johnny Lee Jackson, that's his name, produced over 100 tracks for Tupac, including some of his biggest and most iconic hits, which is How Do You Want It, All Eyes on Me, Life Goes On, Picture Me Rolling, All About You, Pour Out a Little Liquor, Death Around the Corner, Shorty Wanna Be a Thug, Run the Streets, Wonder Why They Call You Bitch, What's Your Phone Number, and Only God Can Judge. Okay, all right. Nah, it doesn't count then because his best album was Machiavelli. You didn't say one track from there, so yeah, no, he can't get Pac. Yeah, they were. For him, Tupac wouldn't be who he was. I had up the prompt earlier, so I had to go look up this Johnny J dude because I never heard of him a day in my life. And I said, okay, he did produce some good beats for Tupac, but so the fuck what? To me, I don't know about y'all, but hip hop is all about lyrics to me. It's not about beats.
I just said that.
But it's about lyrics to me. So these lyrics. So he don't get the props for Tupac being Tupac. You trying to give it to the fucking Mexicans? No.
Yeah, we seen Pac studio sessions where he was dictating how the songs are played and the hook. Like we seen Pac do everything, orchestrate everything. Yeah. So no, wrong artist. That doesn't. Wrong artist. Yo, Pac would have been. Yeah.
Daz Dillinger, all of those sound, that G-Funk sound was from Daz Dillinger and Dr. Dre. Because what they do in LA is what they did, DJ Quick, all of the people down there, you had Beach Wells, you had a lot of people down there submitting beats. And what people do is when they submit beats to a producer, if he likes a beat, he gonna look at it and be like, oh, okay, I want this beat. How much you want for it? Okay, give me 3,000, give me 1,500, and then he puts his twist on it and he puts his name.
Right. Yeah.
Music. People been doing that shit for years, just like they did with Elvis, like they did with all of the blues songs. Was 3,000, give us 1,800. The Jewish dude puts his twist on it. It's like y'all saw the 5 heartbeats. Well,
U.S. President.
White guy sing it, but it's your voice and your words.
Now, I have this thing because I keep hearing everybody want to claim tabs to what so-called Black Americans have done. Now, my thing is this. What the fuck do you, because I'm with Slow on this, what the fuck do you creating beats have to do with him actually dropping lyrics? Because niggas not remembering the niggas that make the beats. You're just a fucking nobody, nigga.
Right.
We listening to what this niggas is saying.
Right.
That's
the whole spirit he put behind it.
ass shit trying to claim some shit because you desperate as fuck for having greatness, which none of you niggas can create nothing. Because like I said, half of you immigrants ain't nothing but soulless vessels.
As he calls out the Democrats.
Walking around here trying to claim.
Yeah, I had to go. Yo, what the my TikTok be wilding. Yeah, I had to go. And hey, look, man, sisters, y'all gotta stop. Like the EIC, the ethnic inferiority complex. Oh, y'all all men, like, so men talking made you chimp out. Like, oh, y'all gotta at the F up. You started the confusion. You talked about a Mexican get like what? Like, come on, man. And I said, hey, the beat don't mean nothing. It's the lyrics. Well, he did make 150 songs. Yeah, but I don't mean nothing because he does the hook. He does everything. Pac can do any old beat. I'm gonna read it. Be quiet. She read it, and her conclusion was what? The beat doesn't matter. The lyrics does. Yo, family. She said all of that to come back and say exactly what I said after telling me, "Hey, be quiet. Let me go now." That be the issue to some of these women running these panels. You just came back and said exactly what I said. The beat doesn't matter. It's about the lyrics, the swag, the video, and all the things that's about Pac or any other rapper. Some rappers are being made by the beat. Some rappers are boring and the beat does everything for them. The Lox was infamous for saying the beat don't make us, we make the beats. And all I was trying to say was the same thing. Pac make his beats. What's your phone number? Are you alone? That song. What's your phone number? That song with that. Yo, y'all don't know nothing. That's why I asked them. They didn't know that song. I'm a real Pac fan. I know even the so-called corny songs. The songs that would never be a public, a national song. Ever. National hit. Because the beat was so-called corny. But as a Pac fan who somebody appreciates his artistry, it's like, nah, that song was hard. And other songs like that. That I know y'all know artists the same way. Y'all like singers, y'all like rappers. It'd be songs that you know the country and the world won't appreciate, but you see the value in it. You dig? I'm saying the same with Nas. Nas got some songs that the average person say, nah, it's not a good one. And I heard songs that I didn't like from certain artists that I wasn't a fan of. But other folks would say, nah, this is a good song. And I never grew to appreciate it because I wasn't in tune like that. Yeah, so the beat the beat don't matter a lot of times. Don't matter. Sometimes it does. You dig? Sometimes the beat matters, sometimes it does. But we know when the beat matters because it'd be like once we hear, like, wow, that's it. But you also know when the beat doesn't matter because you got to hear the couple spins before you be like, that's it. You dig? We heard remixes. We heard different artists with different beats. And we see the beat sound totally different depending who was rapping on it. That beat sounds totally different based on who was rapping on it. Nah, the Mexican said, so what? Yo, people put too much value in tethers. No, they saying this, so we gotta. Ain't nobody listening to that. Yo, my brand new phone been tripping. I don't know if I leave it in the heat too long. Look, I'm pressing the video, it ain't playing it. Okay. So are we gonna play this video? Okay, so we're not gonna play that video. Okay, got it. Got it. Now are we gonna play it?
As he calls out the Democratic Party leaders for removing Atlanta from
Oh, so I was playing the video. Oh, my fault.
the list of cities to host the
President on the black vote. You see? The family. What's up, modern my dear?
When certain people pop up, you know, beep, beep, beep.
Start talking about, well, as an Egyptian, he's a proud African. He's proud of his African to some kind of shop. Get the default blame. What's
going on, Tariq?
Hey, Claudius, how you doing, sir?
What's going on? So I'm from New York, man. So my grandfather he used to say
I'm
about the
trying to
Puerto
find a
Ricans. He said,
video
they
where I ain't got a
Where you started from?
Tether, what are you trying to say? You
hold on, right here.
kids, Tether ops, I see them all in here. BT funds are going to go to them. All right? Man, listen. The DNC, boy, they're getting desperate right now. They're getting very desperate, ladies and gentlemen. There was a, let me play a clip for you guys. There was this guy, Abdul El Sayed. He's running for office in Michigan somewhere. Where are my Michigan people? Are you guys familiar with Abdul Sayed? Are y'all familiar with this guy? Are y'all familiar with this guy? Who is the? Hold on one sec. Let me get on him in a minute. Aberdall, whatever your name is. Aberdall, hop in the room because you talking greasy in the room, and you sitting there looking real sassy in your photographs. All right. Oh yeah, we got a lot of feds in here. I see some of the tether feds, tether ops. I see them all in here heavy. What's up, Adderball, whatever your name is?
What's up, man?
Now, what's happening? Now, I already hear your foreign accent. Where you from, man?
From the island.
Jamaica or Haiti?
It doesn't matter, man. I'm from the island.
There's a lot of islands, sir. Gilligan's Island. I mean, shit. Which one you from? Love Island? Which one you from? You Jamaican?
Yeah.
All right. So what's on your mind?
I don't understand how you shut down the man who was talking to you, man. You ain't have a normal
He's
conversation.
a Democrat shill.
It doesn't matter, man.
It does matter. Yeah, you're not going to just be in here with bad faith talking points, talking in circles. And the reality is he's a Democrat shill.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Do you know anything about Cabbage Patch Kids?
Do I know something about Cabbage Patch Kids?
Do you know anything about that? Yeah.
Yeah, I know about Cabbage Patch Kids.
Like,
That's what y'all take with you on your inner tube when you're floating from the island coming on over here, right?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, when you flee from your island to come over here, y'all take Cabbage Patch Kids and all your luggage with you, right?
Are you dumb by nature?
Sir, are you musty by nature?
Ask you a simple question. You say yes, now you're going to tell me something stupid.
Because you asked a dumb question. What you asking me about a damn Cabbage Patch for? That's dumb.
That's what you are.
Who's a Cabbage Patch?
You. Black Americans.
What, you say Black Americans are Cabbage Patch Kids?
Yes, sir.
Well, what, your head is shaped like a Cabbage Patch Kid. You're the one with the janky hairline, not us.
You know anything about the reset? United States reset?
The United States what?
The reset. The reset.
What reset?
Oh, you never heard about the United States reset?
Reset what? What was reset?
Where you started from.
Tether, what are you trying to say? You just tether babbling. You don't get enough vitamin D eating all that bush meat. You just saying
Come
shit.
on, man. Don't be ignorant, man. Ask you a simple question.
You just saying stuff. And that's not an
How I'm
island.
saying stuff.
That's not an
What
island
is a
accent.
Cabbage Patch Kid? You said you know about that.
That's not an island accent. You're a Nigerian.
Now I'm African. But
Yeah.
you don't look
Yeah,
Creole.
that's not. You
don't
even
look
lied
Black
about
American.
that. Yeah, you a lying tether. All y'all do is lie. That's not even a Caribbean accent.
Listen, man, nobody lying to you about nothing, man. You say you know about
You're not Caribbean?
Cabbage Patch Kids, and I'm telling you, tell me about it. Now you tell me something silly.
Yeah, because you a musty
Now I asked you a
lying
question
tether.
about the reset.
You just saying shit. You don't
How
have
I'm
anything
saying
to
shit.
say.
You don't know about the reset?
You don't know. You're just saying stuff, sir.
I'm asking you a question. So you don't know
You're
about
not
the reset?
asking me a question. You're just saying shit out of hunger.
Listen, man.
You're hungry and delusional, sir.
I'm not.
You
Okay,
are,
find
sir.
out about the Cabbage Patch Kids. That
Sir.
will tell you where you came from, bro.
You must be talking about orphans in the village that you fled from. I don't know, sir.
No, man.
This is village babble.
That's why you have no memory where you came from. You're Cabbage
do.
Patch Kids. You
We
were
got
made in the
memory.
lab, bro.
I'm from here.
Bullshit. Yeah, you made in the lab. Not
No,
humanized.
your
You're
ass
not
made in the
human.
lab. You the one who had to come flee over here to us because your
Listen,
lab failed.
bro.
Your
Listen.
lab failed, right?
I'm a real human being.
No, you ain't. You're too
You a
ashamed to even say
cabbage
what
patch kids.
you're too
You a
ashamed to even say where
clone.
you're
You were
from.
made on the lab, bro.
Sir,
That's why you don't know where you came.
sir, we know where we came from here. You're the one who had to flee here to us, sir. You don't know where you came from. You just you were a musty tether wandering around Africa somewhere. You don't know where you came from.
That's when you don't know where you came from, bro.
We do. My lineage goes back longer than yours.
Tell me about the reset.
I don't give a damn about a reset. I know my lineage can be. Tether lab.
You're
flaming
a
tether
property
lab.
of United
Ticklish
States, my
tether.
man. You're a
Ticklish tether.
property of United States. You were made from
And
the lab.
And you are colonized tether.
No, that's why you.
Yes, you are. No, sir. That's why you can't, sir. That's why you can't even name the failed homeland you came from, sir.
Hey, this is how most conversations start and end with African immigrants. They supposed to be so smart that they're so smart we never hear it in conversation. We invite them on it and they all sound like that. That is not the representation of somebody or of smart people. That's a bad representation of you guys who's supposed to be smart. Can somebody that's a better representation of y'all intellect join me today? Because y'all representation on TikTok, I'm not believing you guys are smart anymore. It's like, I think y'all gaslighting us. Because I have yet to meet these smart African immigrants. Y'all come over here, y'all sound like that. That is not a smart man. I didn't hear the education. Did y'all? Yes, I'm like gaslit by I got in the media. Media is tricky. These smart Africans, weird. When they join our lives, they sound like that.
You are a colonized tether who got ran off his damn homeland, sir. You are a failed tether, sir. You over here under us. How'd that feel? You got to be under us for protection. How'd that feel? Come on, Dudu Tunde. And you got to duck and dodge looking for.
Oh, by the way, if y'all see my community post on YouTube, I got put on TikTok. Yo, that is a real name. I found the guy, Dudu Tunde, that came to America. That's a real name. Like he's an American in the 50s, 1957. So what they did was they proved our point. These Africans did a test during Jim Crow, and I've already talked about this and proved it. But this was another one. Dudu Tunde was a guy from Nigeria. Him and a couple other Nigerians, they dressed up in African dashiki clothes. They got on the same bus that we are. Okay, they got on the same bus that we're told to get on the back of. They went on that bus dressed in dashiki African imprinted stuff. Sat at the front and nobody told the guys to go to the back because they delineated by wearing African imprinted clothes. They were told nothing. I kept telling y'all, it's about Black Americans. Don't give me that we all look alike stuff. And if a cop pulls over, he ain't gonna do nothing. Well, if an ICE agent pull you over, he gonna do something. He gonna know who is who. You tell me that white T officer pulls over, he don't know who is who. All right, what about that ICE agent? What about that ICE officer? What about that ICE officer? When he pulls us over, is he gonna be able to determine who's who? I think so. I think he gonna know me from you. And he gonna put you in handcuffs to get you up out of here. One of South African land. Oh no, Chile. Chile's the latest one. Yeah. Oh, that was so sad, man. So I made a community post. So many Haitians are trying to immigrate into Chile. So it looked like Chile government told them to pay like 3,000 pesos. I don't know how much that is. 5,000 pesos, right? And they did that. And the Chile government did not allow them in. So they're at the border, basically sleeping on the ground and back to eat mud cookies and all that mud pie stuff. It's unfortunate, but this is the reality. And the Chilean people are not letting them in after they pay their 3,000, 5,000 pesos. Look it up, Chile. They are in the thousands, 100,000 out there trying to get in. And they're homeless, sleeping in the dirt, eating the dirt, all that type of stuff. But yeah, that's a fact. I mean, they will go anywhere and be subjected to any abuse rather than just go home. and make it great. There's no way the Haitians treat you as bad as the Chileans are treating you. There's no way. But the point is, when those guys dressed up in African imprinted clothes, they were told nothing. They were allowed to sit on the front of the bus as dark as they are. Families, stop believing that color stuff. It's about lineage and status. They want to know who are the lineage people. You got to get in the back of the bus. You can't, you will be excluded, marginalized. So when these Myron games, these tether class be telling us, no, y'all just lazy. We're working. We got a job. Why you can't do this? Like they try to play like they don't know we're being targeted. We're being excluded over these tethers. And Dudu Tunde is the proof. So guess what? Dudu Tunde and his crew went back on the bus sometime later with westernized hip hop, the way we dress, with FBA clothing type stuff. And those same people who were told nothing at the front of the bus, when they wore our type clothes family, they were told to get to the back of the bus. His name was Dudu Tunde. That's a real name, real guy. They wore African imprinted stuff. They were allowed to sit on the front. When I did a show before and I said, yo, Africans were allowed in places we were not. Restaurants, all that type of stuff, family, they had no issues. This is why they don't march with us. They're not being told to get in the back. They're not being, nobody's refusing them service at restaurants and hotels. They could check in and go out as long as they got their African clothes or their Moorish turbans. But if you look like your name is Dr. King, you're not getting service, no matter how dark you are. As I keep saying, black, when we say black, has nothing to do with color or little to do with color. And I'm seeing people sneeze on their hands and do all types of stuff and touch stuff you would touch. A guy in front of me was buying something. He put his card in there, coughed in his hand, pressed the number in, took his card out, coughed in his hands again, and did something else with his fingers. I never touched nothing. You guys wonder why you're always sick. And no, me, I either got a latex glove with me or I use my other card to punch the buttons. I don't touch doors, nothing. After these disgusting people. That's all they do is sneeze and cough and hands and butts and noses, picking up dirt, sucking their fingers, eating, and then touch the doorknob you're going to touch, or touch this that you're going to touch. Not me. I don't touch nothing nobody. My elbows, wrists, everything, open that door but my hands, ever. And then I said that because the guy just sneezed in his hands. I watched him like, yeah, he going to touch that door. That's disgusting. Yeah, but Dudu Tunde is a real guy and delineation is needed. They just weird family. All they got to do is display they're African or Haitian or something that's non-foundational, and they will get access to everything you were turned away from. Everything you was denied, all they got, I don't care what their name could be Toby Smith. What's your name, boy? Toby. His name could be Toby Smith. Michael Jackson. All he got to do is talk in that language and he will get access, granted access. All he got to do is talk in that language and he's going to have access. Or that accent, he'll have access. I've been telling you this has nothing, a little to do with that. It's all about excluding us. That's why I don't let tethers gaslight me. Nah, I got in there. You going to home? You own a home? You been to college? Okay, you think that work with me, bro? I know my history, my guy. I know why I was turned around for certain things. I know they're trying to buck break our spirit. When they turn us away from stuff that we are constitutionally, we have a right to it constitutionally, and when they try to turn us away from it, family, they're trying to buck break our spirit, our FBA spirit by doing that. Things we qualify for, okay? Things we're entitled to constitutionally. They would deny us it, trying to buck break our spirit. The buck breaking has turned spiritual. And that same thing, a tether go in there and get it right away. And Dudu Tunde is the prime example. I got others, but he's my new one. Okay?
Ice Vans. That's you, not me, sir. We don't have to duck and dodge and look for Ice Vans. That's you. Come on, Dudu Tunde, hop on and talk to me. I don't have you muted. I think some of your peppercorn short-circuited your phone. I don't know what's happening, Dudu Tunde. There you go.
You playing dumb, my man. Every time I'm gonna try to have a real conversation with you, you playing dumb.
No, African.
You don't know about Cabbage Patch Kids. You don't know about the research, and you call yourself a Black American.
Sir, you're just saying the same dumb shit over and over again, and that's why you get colonized, sir.
So you need to find out what I'm talking about. Go find out.
I ain't got to find out nothing from a goofy tether who's just saying shit. You're just saying stuff, sir. I don't have to. Nobody has to pay attention to you. You're inconsequential, sir. Nobody has to find out this babble you talk, because it's nothing. It's just meaningless babble. You're just saying shit out of frustration, sir. You're mad and you're hungry, and you're mad and you're jealous of us, sir.
I'm not. I'm trying to have a conversation with you. Nigerian, you don't look Creole. You're not Creole. You're not from America. You're Nigerian.
Who's a Nigerian?
You?
No, I'm not.
You don't look Creole, my man.
Sir,
a real Black American. When
sir,
you walk up to a real Black American, you know he's a Black American.
Sir,
you walk up to an African, you will see he's an African. You walk up to
my lineage predates Nigeria as a nation state, sir. Sir, you're way too easy to debunk. All right, let me get some better people up here, because yeah, you're not even trying to. I think you sitting up in a detention center right now with your ankle monitor, just killing time until you get deported. You're just saying shit. You're not even making a lick of sense, sir.
Killing time.
Good Lord. Boy, these.
He said, my man,
studying on.
You know, man, killing time until you get deported. Oh my God, this is all the shame they're going through, and they got nerve to get on social media. Like, these folks got no shame, man. They're getting deported to other countries, Hispanic, South African, European, Arab, all across the world, and they're still on social media. I would be so shameful to show my face until this stuff is resolved. These guys are everywhere, no shame. Literally sent to the four corners of the earth. Literally. Not figuratively. They are literally being sent to the four corners of the earth, and they out here popping their collar loud as hell on social media. No shame.
Romania, he's a Nigerian punk. He's a tether. He's up in Nigeria. Studying Romania acts like an op, because he comes in and he kind of does talking points. Sounds like his handlers has him come in and you kind of do the same talking points.
Good morning, Tariq.
So are you an op? Did they co-op you? Did they send you some fresh bush meat to be like some kind of op?
Because of the vision you are causing. I can't stand it anymore.
That's you come in. You always say kind of the same talking points that's unnatural and real.
I'm gonna say this one. I'm gonna download it. Give me a second. I'm gonna download it. Yeah, but Doodoo Tunde, and I told you guys that was real history. I did a live. Some even FBAs was doubting me. I had an African call in, try to challenge me. I had him just Google it. Just Google if you put on a turban if you was dark as crap and you put on a turban in a setting where it was whites only, would you get service? He didn't believe me. He Googled it. He came back. It said yes. If you dark as you are, if you put a turban on, they understood you are not. They don't know what you are, and they don't know where you come from. They just know what you're not. And you're not Foundation Black American. So nobody can tell us we all in this together. No, we're not. Tell us a time this happened to you. You know what I mean? Tell us a time this happened to you. And don't forget, a lot of violence came after this as well. Not just denial and exclusion. You dig? Not just sabotage, undermining laws. A lot of violence followed these actions and it's rhetoric. So you tell us which one of y'all experienced something like this. Even South Africans can't tie our shoes when it comes to racism and white supremacy. Systematic supremacy, white supremacy. Even South Africans can't tie our shoes. We the ones for a reason. So, man, I don't know if folks want to have that African talk with me anymore. After what I discovered with the transatlantic slave trade and with people saying we're African and they're misrepresenting the number of Africans that came over here, we were told a crazy number out of context. We were told 384,000 Africans came to America. That's what we were told. I just got one question. When? When? Can you put a date on it? Yeah, no, I do. A real historian. Can you put a date on it? You said 386,000 Africans came to America. Put a date on it. Tell me when. Put a date on that. Sign that. Seal that. I need that information. Yeah, so I got some groundbreaking news on the transatlantic slave trade and the events that actually really happened in chronological order. Okay? I got it in chronological order. Okay? You don't. I do. Real research. Okay? So when we talk about that, I can't wait till a caller bring that up. I'm gonna run circles around that caller. All right. I can't wait till a caller call up about that. I'm gonna run circles around y'all. All right, so let me download this video. Hold on. Let me download this video. Because it's gonna play loud if I download my computer rather than play it through the phone. Give me a second. Right? Give me a second. Oh, I ain't okay. I gotta play this one too. I got two videos I gotta play. Actually, I got a couple. I got a bunch. I gotta play. Must need information. All right, we're gonna start with an ICE update. You dig? And then we're gonna run down the videos. All right. Oh damn, my laptop about to die like that. My laptop about to die like that and get my charger. I'm glad I caught it. Anybody go bye-bye. All right. So I got a few videos I'm gonna download and then we are on it. Yeah, man. All that gaslighting. Oh man, they did not have it like us. They were prioritized over us. We got absolute proof. And Dudu Tunde, whatever his name is, we're gonna bring him up to as one of our star witnesses. Dudu Tunde will be one of our star witnesses. Okay. So I think I got what I want on that. Okay, what's this? We got some mysterious accounts want to join me. Okay, I hear you now. Hello?
It was good.
You got to speak up a little bit. I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and perfect. That's perfect.
Okay, I had a question.
Sure, I'm here.
With this whole internet, like, FBAs and Africans going back with each other, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How does one respond to an FBA that's just very disrespectful and just using all racist topic comments?
Well, how did you get in the same vicinity that person? What happened? And how'd you meet that person?
No, social it obviously doesn't happen. Like,
wait, wait, hold on. You're breaking up. All right, hey, bro, do you believe racism? Okay, you're breaking up for one. But let me ask you this. No, I got you. I mean, I heard it. I'm letting you know in advance. I heard you, but you were breaking up. But I have a question for you. Do you believe racism exists in America? Did you hear me?
of course.
Okay. Do you believe it exists in liberal? No, hold on. Just listen to the question. You're breaking up. It's a two-part question. Do you believe it exists? Well, actually, yeah, two-part. Do you believe racism is loud in the amongst liberal states and conservative states equally? Right? Right?
Yes.
Okay. So now that's gonna respond to you saying you don't have right. Hold on. Listen now. Listen to the logic. So I can say racism doesn't exist because you don't see it play out the way it does on the internet in real life. Because we can both admit that white people are more racial online than they ever will be in real life, right? Right?
You're right.
Right. So that means it exists, but but people just don't play it out because there's consequences, right? And there's a bad look, it's a dirty look. So now, so that's one thing. So just because it ain't being played out now doesn't mean it won't be and that it don't exist. So it very much exists. It just takes the right situation for it to manifest itself. You feel me?
Correct. You're right. Obviously, the right situation. Boom. But usually, but reality right now at the time, a lot of us didn't experience or see an African and a Black American going at it on some racial stuff. You could say on some gang, yes.
No, but why would that have? Wait. All right, a few things. First of all, I have to ask you, how do you identify?
I identify as African.
Okay, from what country? It's 54 countries.
I'm from Oromo. I'm Oromo.
Okay, is that like North Africa?
Northeast.
Right. Okay, I've kind of figured that. Okay, so what interest would you have dealing with FBAs on this topic, the topics that we bring up for delineation? Matter of fact, do you have any questions about what we do and what we say? I'm talking about our talking points, not some wild rogue guy. You're talking about a lone wolf. So the FBAs you're talking about, there's 50 million of us. You're complaining about a handful of rogue lone wolves. But do you have any issues with us delineating and things like that? Our major rhetoric. You got any issues? Huh?
No, I don't have no issue.
Right. So I would say, right.
Again, the different, obviously, you know what I mean? Huh?
The difference in what?
You know?
Nah, I missed what you're saying. What?
I say just like Latinos, the Spanish, there's Mexicans, there are Hondurans, there are Guatemalans, there are different. You know what I mean?
Right.
Broad, you know?
Yeah. Right. So
there's no issue about deleting.
right. So what's the issue? So you
But the problem is,
okay.
my question was obviously there's more. All I see is more Africans and Black Americans going at it.
No, you don't.
More.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay? What you're doing is you're going to TikTok spaces that promote that. Okay, you're in my space. It's called FBA News and Updates, and you don't. Do you hear me going at anybody that crazy? No. So you're going right. Hold on. You're looking for. Hey, bro, you're looking for it, so you found it. Okay. So everybody go after everybody. If I wanted to, I can go and see a bunch of Northeast Africans arguing with somebody. If I wanted to look for it, it would be there. I don't look for it. I'm not. That's what toxic people do. Toxic people look for toxicity, right? Yeah, I don't look for toxicity. Yeah, so if you're looking for it, you're gonna find it. But yeah, there's no. You're taking me what? No. But okay, unity to who? Okay, yeah, but okay, there's no problem with that right. That's a great message, but what community are you gonna start with?
Obviously, you gotta start with your own.
Right, now I'm saying you. I'm saying, but you want to do it. So, all right, so you're gonna start at your community?
Unity obviously starts like your own branch or something.
Right. So I'm asking you, when are you going to start?
You obviously start with yourself.
Right. I'm saying, when are you going to start?
Then starting.
Okay. Can I track? No, okay. Yeah, but I'm not part of the division or whatever issue you're having. But can I track you? Can I see your works, your activism?
Not like that. Activism?
Yeah, I mean, like.
On March, when I was 12 years old.
No, I'm saying no, not 12. Right now, you said there's an issue right now. Right. No, I want it now. No, listen, what I'm asking you. I'm not saying your entire life track record. I'm saying your track record and what you want to do now. You want to bring unity and peace to the world.
That's my main question. Was, does one respond to that?
No, you don't. No, you don't. Hey, my guy, you asked the question. I'm giving you the answer. You don't. You start your own activism. Why would you start in a mess pool of toxicity? You start from yourself and you create your own space and you go ahead and spread your message. That makes sense? He's on mute. He's on mute. I think he's trying to Google something. But yeah, man, you listen, bro. Start with yourself. You don't start in a mess pool of toxicity. You go out there and spread your message. You open your space, and you preach. You preach what you said here. That's how you start. Peace, brother. What's your name? I can't even see it. I got a cracked screen. Hello?
Yeah, let me give you some information here, because you just babbling, being a big buffoon. The problem with the FBA.
Now you might have been. I don't know. I'm sorry. I couldn't see your name. If you were trolling, that was funny. Come back on. But if you were not trolling, I kicked you off by mistake. I kind of sensed you were trolling at the end of it, and I meant to keep you on, but I had a twitchy finger. You come back on. All right, brother. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Finish the issue with
Lord, so a psyop COINTELPRO organization. You're paid to cause division.
I get paid or not.
The United States, shut up, I'm talking.
Sorry.
United States, just a buffoon.
I'm an African.
You're not, listen.
I'm a generic African.
You want to learn or not?
Yes, I want to learn.
Chancellor Williams, read Dr. D up. Read Dr. John Henry Clark.
Oh, that's Cameron.
You're making a proper fool of yourself. You're not indigenous to this stolen land. You never did a DNA test.
I got several.
You never worked in your life. Why don't you go after Caucasians?
Nah, they my friends.
Arabs, shut up, I'm talking.
Sorry.
Shut up and sit there.
I'm sorry.
Okay, because it's really interrupted. You're following Marcus Sanders Tariq. He has a cocaine conviction in Alabama. He taught Caucasians on MTV how to pimp young black girls. You understand?
Did it work?
Right? Also, he has a Caucasian mother-in-law.
Okay, what's the problem with that? We're not racist.
In Haiti. And that's who you follow. You worship too.
That's my leader.
Crazy?
That's my leader.
That's your leader.
Yes.
Well, your leader is he's a homosexual too. You gotta understand. He has a skinhead that cleans his pool out.
He's putting that skinhead to work.
Media fakers give him $2 million for.
He pays that skinhead low wages. He pays them under this national minimum requirement.
Skinhead $40 an hour.
No, he does not.
Stripper. What about
Shit, I want a stripper.
From what are you babbling about? You don't have any information. Do you ever do any research?
No.
You just come on TikTok every day that you keep repeating yourself.
I'm trying to find a stripper like Tariq.
Well, you probably found him already. You probably found him in the East Village. You sound very androgynous, by the way.
Hey,
you never been with a woman. You never.
Hey, I got a museum. Can you donate to my Cash App? I got a museum.
It just what?
Donate. I'm trying to get a museum started. Can you donate?
What about the interview? What the? You don't even question your leader.
We went shopping, man. We made it rain in the strip joint.
Happy about that. Well, at least you're happy about that. I think you went to the one in the village already. You're very, you sound very androgynous. You put in LGBT. You still like
a little bit.
LGBT.
A little bit.
You never had a woman in your life.
Nah, I hate women. TikTok, I love you.
Counterproductive. You're not producing anything.
I'm counterproductive, and I'm counting my money for scamming.
Unabort reparations to the UN.
Nah, we ain't want it.
Medial thinking buffoons.
No.
Just come together like you don't accomplish anything. You just come on TikTok to chat this nonsensical rubbish. None of you can. I know you never passed the third grade.
Hell no, I ain't gonna do that. Why would I do that?
You're just happy being the buffoon. You just black mega as well.
I'm happy. I'm happy being me.
Uphold Caucasian supremacy.
You damn right. White Jesus all day, baby.
You never. Did you say Caucasian East?
No, I said white Jesus all day, baby.
America has 35 countries. Black tells you what you look like. So when you call yourself a Black America, you start into the continental Africas.
I don't call myself Black American.
Does not represent black people displaced.
Bro, I don't call myself black.
Stop trying to pick it
Sir,
the ancestors.
Sir, I don't call myself a Black American. I call myself an American Negro.
American?
Negro, yes.
Listen, America has 35 countries. What country are you referring to?
America got 35 countries. Where you get that from?
Oh my God. You're a book in your life.
Sometimes.
I'm not talking about a comic book or Playboy, Playgirl, whatever you're watching there. You just
what about the Jet magazine? The Jet magazine count? Sir, does Beauty of the Week count?
Never in my life. They all come on TikTok.
Oh, hell no. We don't snitch.
I never saw one in your life. Where do you reside?
I reside I'm in prison talking to you.
Oh, I bet you are. You're somebody's girl. Boy, you put on them.
Hey.
What do you call it there? Kool-Aid lipstick.
Hey.
Around in there.
Living my best life.
If that's what you want to call it, but if you want to keep making them keep wanging, then you have the youth looking up at you buffoons like everybody over 30 is a buffoon.
Screw the youth.
These Caucasians are just making a complete. You're just making Uncle Ruckus and Stephen from the.
I love Uncle Ruckus. I love Stephen A. Smith.
If you just go after those crackers in.
Oh, hell no. That's not my. I don't get paid. Sir, I don't get paid to do that. Sir. Because I get paid. I get paid. I'm an agent, man. I get paid. So why would I go against my pay?
Courtesy to a
why'd I go against why'd I go against those who pay me, man?
You are.
Thank you. Yeah, you gotta
go back to work. Something you never did in your life.
You can look. I'm up for hire. Look, I'm up for hire. You can hire me too. I'll spread your message. You want to pay me? I'll spread your message too, my guy. Going back to work, going back to those farms, huh? Those Hispanic illegal farms. Yeah, I'm untrollable. Can't troll me. I roll with the punches. You dig? I will. Yeah, I used to do that back in the day. Like when little kids would call to prank me. Oh hell no, that's not gonna work. I go with the whole prank. I mean, I be going back out. Yeah, no. I'm troll proof. I'm Teflon Troll. And he caught me at a good hour too, where I'm just happy. It might have worked earlier or later. That's why I'm inviting him back on. Come back on, man. Tell me about myself. Tell me about how the FBAs are a cult. And Tariq's name is Marcus Sanders. And I mean, yo, do these tethers don't know that if let's say that's the real name, so what? Malcolm X's name was Malcolm Little. Elijah Muhammad was Elijah Poole. What's Booker T. Watson? All these guys changed their name. That is actually FBA tradition to change your name. The brother came on the other day and told about the Nairobi movement in California. He changed his name to some African name, the Nairobi guy. So I mean that's FBA tradition. That's our culture to change our names. That's actually part of our doctrine, our early religious doctrines, to change your name. Booker T. Watson, up from slavery, told you that was a common thing to do once you left the plantation, was to change your name. What is so illegal about changing your name? But when you don't know FBA culture, you make that mistake. You think you was hitting on something. You don't. Changing our name is what we do. You dig? And we normally change it to something Muslim or African. Tariq, that sounds Muslim to me. So you dig? We keep in to tradition. Now, if he chose a German name, you got me. Has he chose a name like Tommy Sotomayor, you got me. But our tradition is to change our name into an Arabic Muslim type name or African. And he did one of the two, if it's true. He did one of the two. What's wrong with that? Nothing. Malcolm X, Malik Zulu Shabazz. That don't sound like an American name to me. El Haj, no, I say Malik Zulu Shabazz. El Haj, whatever. I don't even know his new name. El Haj something, Shabazz, some bullshit. I don't keep up with these new Arabic, Muslim, African names. And then Amawali, names like that, man. Whatever. The bottom line is that we change our names to African or Arabic Muslim names. If Tariq did that, he's carrying on tradition. Then I know he's really, really FBA. If he changed his name to an Arabic or African name, that just stamping he's really, really FBA. That's something we definitely did. You dig? You ever heard of Lou Alcindor? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? How about Cassius Clay? Muhammad Ali? You dig? So come on, man, that's something we do. How about Mahmoud Abdul Rauf? What's his name? Some other crazy name? Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. He changed his name to, yo, that's what we do, my guy. That ain't hit the way you thought it was going to hit. We do that. We embrace that. So if some fact check come out, Tariq's name was Marcus Sanders, all right, he changed his name like everybody else did. You don't call Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay, do you? Do you really call Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Lou Alcindor? Right. So if Tariq changed his name, why would you give him back his slave name? You dig? So stop it. That didn't hit, bro. That didn't hit. You dig? I'm him, man. Even if you're trolling, I'm gonna make it a learning lesson. All right, so I got the video up. Let me get my speaker going. Yeah, so even you're trolling, I made it a learning lesson. So thank you for the troll. And then I was able to teach out of that. You dig? Okay. So let's get out of here. Okay. Let's go to some news first. Hold on. Where we at? Oh, right here. Let's go to some ICE news.
President Donald Trump appeared to confirm that federal immigration authorities have active or contemplated enforcement proceedings against. U.S. President Donald Trump appeared to confirm that federal immigration authorities have active or contemplated enforcement proceedings against Democrat Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota over long-standing allegations of immigration fraud. Trump shared a bombshell report from Just the News, revealing that Immigration and Customs Enforcement refused to release records concerning its investigation into the Minnesota Democrat. ICE claimed that disclosing the records could interfere with enforcement proceedings. Trump posted the report to Truth Social without adding further commentary. The development concerns allegations that Omar entered into a fraudulent marriage with Ahmed Noor Saeed Elmi, who is alleged to be her biological brother, to help him remain in the United States. Omar has repeatedly denied the accusation. Just the News filed a Freedom of Information Act request in January, seeking documents related to any ICE investigations into the alleged immigration fraud. Trump border czar Tom Homan revealed in December that he had ordered Omar's immigration records pulled for review. "We're pulling the records, we're pulling the files, and we're looking at it," Homan said. In March, Vice President J.D. Vance dropped another bombshell when he revealed that the White House Fraud Task Force was examining the allegations. "We actually think that Ilhan Omar definitely committed immigration fraud against the United States of America," Vance said.
I would like to ask JD to say a few words about the war on fraud, followed by Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche, who's doing fantastically, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio, another one. I mean, we have great people. And the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, Central Casting. He loves war. I don't like it. He's a good man, Ellen. And Scott Bessent, you talk about a guy doing a job. Been fantastic. Thank you, Scott. Really fantastic. And a lot of the success that we're having with other countries is what you've been able to do. And everybody around here has got a lot to say, but we did that once and it lasted like 4 or 5 hours. It was a little much. We want to be open. Now, if I do this way, they'll say, he didn't let anybody talk. But let's start with JD, and you can talk about a really, really important thing, bringing our country back to honesty. A tremendous amount of money is involved. Hey, go ahead. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, thank you for your leadership, sir, and for making it possible. I often find in the fraud task force that there sometimes are barriers that we need to break down, agencies that need to coordinate, and I'll come to the president and say, Mr. President, I need your permission to do, he'll say, for what? For the fraud task force, and he'll cut me off and say, yes, go do it. So the fact that we have dedicated presidential leadership is really what's made this possible, because it does require we've got great people around the table, but sometimes these agencies don't know how to work together at the lower level. And that's one of the things we've had to turn on and force with the fraud task force. So I want to shout out just a few all-stars here. Linda at the Department of Education has been amazing at finding student loan fraud. You've got people who are either illegal aliens.
Hold on, family, hold on. Hold on. My speaker went out. Hold on. Hold on.
Dollars for the Department of Education
Hold on.
loans. We have cut that off. We found a lot. We're going to find a lot more. Scott,
So I get my speaker back on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Damn speaker went out. I got a bigger speaker. Hold on. They can't stop me. Shit. Are you crazy? They can't stop me. All right, let's see if I'm connected.
HUD has been amazing because a lot of the fraud that we see is housing fraud, people claiming benefits that they're not entitled to or against, or sometimes completely made up people who exist purely to collect fraudulent money from the American taxpayer. Brooke at the Department of Agriculture, something I had no idea until I started this work, sir, that we send hundreds of billions of dollars to the states to administer the food stamp program. The federal government has no insight into whether those food stamps are going to people who are legally entitled or whether those people actually even exist. And so we're working on a number of mechanisms to actually force the states to verify that the people who receive these benefits are actually entitled to them. And I could go down the list. I've gotten a lot of support from a lot of people in this room. Bobby Kennedy and Dr. Oz have been particular all-stars on this, and Kim at H&HS. What they've done with the Medicaid fraud, we found tens of billions of dollars in Medicaid and Medicare fraud just from their hard work. We've cut that off. And yes, Mr. President, we're going to find a lot more. The final thing I want to say, Mr. President, and I know that Todd maybe has something to say about this as well, but I always try to remind the American people, and certainly remind the cabinet officials. By the way, Kelly at SBA has found tens of billions of dollars that were from fraudulent loans that were giving under the Biden administration, and we've now cut that off and recovered a lot of that money. So this has been a whole of government effort, Mr. President. The team really deserves a great deal of credit here. But the final point I want to make, sir, is I always try to remind the American people that fraud is fundamentally a crime with two victims. The most obvious victim are the American taxpayer. They pay their taxes, they expect the money to go where it should go, and that's not happening because of the fraudsters. But there are also victims, people who benefit from these programs that don't exist if we're not actually taking care of the fraud issue. And let me just give one example to build on something you said earlier, sir. One of the people that Todd just prosecuted was a person who was collecting a lot of money from the American taxpayer to take care of elderly citizens, people who worked their entire lives, paid their taxes, should have had dignity and nobility in old age, but it was deprived from them from fraudsters who say that they're taking care of them, who collect a check to take care of them, but then abuse and neglect these people. And particularly one man who died because he wasn't getting adequate care, and that guy was still collecting benefits to take care of a person who he had completely neglected. So not only do you have an American taxpayer who's paying into these programs, you have an elderly citizen deprived of his dignity because we're not going after the fraudsters. Well, now we are.
How much money did he get?
Sir, hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe more than that, but we think that that exact type of fraud has been replayed all over our country. That particular case was outside of Minneapolis. We expect that there are tens of thousands of people who are collecting fraudulent money to take care of people, and they're not actually taking care of them. We're, of course, going to get to the root of as much of it as we can. But again, sir, it's been, I wouldn't say fun, because you find out how much people have been taken advantage of, but it's certainly very good and valuable work. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to do it.
Well, thank you very much. Attorney General, please.
I'll just continue to talk about what the Vice President was just talking about. The way that we...
That's news and update right there. That's your news and update. Check this out.
Talking negative about you, like, but I didn't know, but I just started.
There you go, family.
There you go. How you doing? There you go. How you doing, beloved?
I'm awesome, and I just want to say I just heard about you this year.
I just heard about you this year. You haters are mad. Y'all swear everybody knows the treatment she did. Y'all mad as hell. That means that she heard about FBA before she knew about Tariq Nasheed. You guys are mad and you're madder. You guys are mad and you're madder. She said she just found out about Tariq Nasheed. Okay? Y'all thought everybody who knew FBA knew Tariq Nasheed. She just found out who he was this year. Y'all mad and y'all madder.
Let's get Miss Tiffany in here. All right, Tiffany, where you at, ma'am?
I'm right here. Can you hear me? I'm in my car.
There you go. How you doing? There you go. How you doing, beloved?
I'm awesome, and I just want to say I just heard about you this year. I heard other people talking negative about you, like, but I didn't know. But I just started like listening to you, and I want to commend you on how much your history that you share, because I use AI, and I know that you use AI too, and I do go back and forth and cross-reference some of the things that you say. But my main question is, when you talk about researching your genealogy, so I'm in the process of doing that, would you recommend using AI to do that?
You can, I use like ancestry.com. That's a pretty thorough database because it links a lot of people up who's doing their own genealogy, and that kind of helps you with clues and things about your people. So that's my thing. And ancestry.com, I think they incorporate some AI research as well. So you can use search.
But what about ChatGPT? Would that be okay with you? Because I've gone like all the way back up to my great grandparents' parents using ChatGPT.
Okay. Yeah, because sometimes ChatGPT gives inaccurate information. So I like Ancestry because, you know, the information is relatively accurate because they can show you actual documents and birth certificates and military records and things like that. But I think some of it can be found on GPT, but it'll give misinformation too. You got to watch out for GPT.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, dear. All right. Yeah, a lot of folks, a lot of the new people, they discover me because of these Tariq hate spaces, because these people talk about me so much, and it's, you know, they'll do these negative spaces about me, and then people, that makes people curious. They're like, okay, let me find out.
You tethers. Tethers are helping us delineate. You guys are promoting delineation. Tethers, you guys are promoting delineation.
Find out who this guy is. And then they listen and they're like, hold on, this cat is thorough. That's why I don't mind these people. Those haters and tethers, they're my biggest promoters. Why y'all think so many people up in here right now? Oh, haters, you got to use your haters as marketing. Oh yeah, I encourage more haters. That's why we got this thing popping up in here. You don't have spaces popping like this up in here? Yeah. Come on now, people know, yeah, it's free publicity. I love it. They keep me popping in the algorithms. I love it. You know? Man. Let me see. Can we get some more people? Y'all, let's get those hands up. All right. Let's get those hands up, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's get one more. Let's get one more because I got to get in the crib and give me some age shit. All right, let's get one more. Let me see. Raise those hands. Let me see. Let's get Don't Ask Me. He said, don't ask him. Don't ask me. We'll say, don't ask me. Hop on in. Don't ask me.
Hey, what's up, brother?
What's up, Don? How you doing, fam?
You doing all right, bro?
My man, what city you in, Don?
I'm outside of Detroit. I'm in Belleville right now.
There it is. All right, so what's on your mind, brother?
Man, listening to that guy say, do you know what a kata means?
Oh, yeah.
Man, a couple weeks ago, I was scrolling through TikTok, and it was some African chick, and it was a guy just rambling. And he say, yeah, you know, those Akata sellouts, blah, blah, blah. And when he said it, she tried to catch the live or whatever, but she caught herself and she tried to play it off. And then he just kept going and he said, you know, those sellout Akatas and blah, blah, blah. So he let me tell it, that's where they coming from with that, talking about we sellouts.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, these people have been talking like that about us for decades, man. And we let it go on for a long time. These people have been sitting up here calling us all types of pejorative names for the longest while we're sitting over here trying to be on some, oh, we all one and we all the same. Oh, no, they like, oh, no, this is under contact. We are different. Golden, what's up, Golden? Golden? Okay, hold on. Let me go. Okay, what? Okay, I don't know what that was. Does that sound like Corey Holcomb talking? All right. Let me see who we got. T-Town. Let's get T-Town. All right. T-Town in the building. T-Town.
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. How are you, T?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for picking me and letting me come up.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to also too mention, like, go back to what Tether be saying when they say, like, well, at least we have passports and we can go back home to where we came from if it get too hot. So you pretty much proven our point that you're a punk bitch and you was in the time of need and the time of war. So they pretty much telling themselves right there. You see?
Yeah.
And then they're fleeing to a country that's benefiting them and disrespecting the people that's benefiting them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We hopped out the car. Soon as we hopped out the car, man, they hopped right back in that car like, no, we don't want them problems.
Right. Yes, indeed.
Stable out of all of y'all. So if we got to...
All right, let's get Nick Knock, Kick Knock. Hey, Kick Knock. Okay, he ain't saying nothing. All right, that's why it is important to raise your hand. All right. Let's raise those hands in the chat. Let's raise those hands. Let's try Robert. Let's get Robert in here. Robert, make a formal request. Mr. Robert, make a request. Let me see. I'm just getting random people in here. Where's B Gates? I see B Gates raising his hand. There's so many people in here. Things are going by so fast. All right. There you go, Robert. Let me get Robert in here. I saw you, Robert, then you disappeared. All right. What's up? Who's this?
Oh, this is Kenton.
Oh, what's up, Kenton? How are you, sir?
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
What's up? Are you Caribbean, Kenton?
Yes.
Are you Jamaican?
Yes.
There you go. So what's on your mind, Kenton?
Well, can you explain FBA?
Okay.
In its entirety.
Now, what are you confused about as far as FBA? What are you confused about? Because it's really self-explanatory. So what are you confused about?
Well, it sounds like a product, something for sale.
How so?
Well, if it's licensed, insured, and owned by someone or a group of people, that means you have investors.
FBA is not insured. Where'd you get that?
All right. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me get myself together. Hello, caller. How are you? Caller? You meant to hop on, caller, or is it a mistake? What's going on? Hello? Okay. Caller called in and fell asleep. Judy, you there, Judy? Talking to you. Judy. Big booty Judy, what's going on? Am I tripping? Judy, you meant to hop on, was a mistake. I'm going to take it as a mistake. I'm going to drop you down. But anybody can come on, right? I mean, say little, don't say a lot, because I got videos to play. But you guys can hop on and say a thing or two. I got no problem with that. Got no problem. Y'all want to invite yourself on to say a thing or two? You're welcome to join me, TikTok and YouTube. But I do got a bunch of videos, so don't be long-winded. You know what I mean? Get to the point, and we'll hook up later. You dig? All right, hold on.
Well, it is not. It's a liability. No.
What? What are you talking about?
It sounds like it's a commodity.
A foundational Black American sounds like a commodity? What commodity sounds like that?
All the FBA.
Yeah, these tethers, yo.
It what?
These tethers.
It is licensed and owned, yeah?
No, it's not licensed.
Yeah, these tethers are really remedial. It's licensed.
FBA is not licensed. Where are you getting this, sir?
Right. Is Yoruba licensed?
Understood, though.
You what?
Hold on. Is Yoruba licensed? Is Yoruba a commodity? Is Yoruba commerce or for sale? Sounds crazy.
It is registered, though. It's a product.
No, sir. Jamaica is a product, too. With the word Jamaica, I think what you're trying to do, I don't know, just tell the shit. They're products that are trademarked, like T-shirts and hats, using the term foundational Black American, just like Jamaican. There's about 40% of the Jamaican foods, shirts, and Jamaica products.
So to be FBA, you have to.
I ask you a question. Is Jamaica a product? My question.
Jamaica, the product with Jamaica written on it.
Right. And it's trademark.
These tethers, I'm realizing a lot of them are remedial.
I don't know about trademarking.
I do. I know it's proven fact, sir. It's a proven fact. If you have products, you got to people won't steal your product items.
So that means FBAs are not United States citizens? They're not Americans?
Yes, being a foundational Black American, you have to be a United States citizen.
Right.
Oh, okay. So let me tell you.
Okay, let me help you out. You don't have the mouthpiece to try to blur the lines, because what you're trying to do is blur the lines to delegitimize our lineage by bringing up T-shirts and things that use the term FBAs that are trademarked.
Hey, yo, Tarina, she said you ain't. He said you ain't got the mouthpiece. He said you ain't got the mouthpiece. Hey, yo, listen, man. You got people who barely speak English be trying to debate me on linguistics, on American language, English linguistics, English grammar. You got tethers trying to debate me on English grammar who barely speak English. It's amazing. Jesse Lee Peterson.
And you forgot that the same thing happens for Jamaica, but that doesn't delegitimize Jamaicans as being an ethnic group. Okay? So you tried to do a Jedi mind trick that failed, and you're not sharp enough to really get that off. So I really wish y'all stopped doing that. That makes y'all look real bad, and it makes you look feeble, and it's a very bad faith argument, and it's an argument used to waste time. That's why when you called up here talking about, I just want to know what is FBA.
And by the way, nobody can beat me in a debate. So try your luck, invite yourself up, click the link. Ain't none of y'all could beat me in a debate. You won't even come close. It'd be a landslide defeat. Try your luck.
Okay, family, anytime they say that, it's going to be some time wasting bullshit behind it. They know exactly what it means. That's why he went in right into the trademark shit. They know what it is. They're just upset because they can't glom on to it. All right.
It's no different from African American. It's trademarked and owned.
So what does that have to do with the lineage?
The lineage, listen.
Nothing. Nothing. It has nothing to do with nothing. It's just happening. It has zero to do with the lineage, and you don't have an argument, sir. So what you're trying to, sir, you're just saying inconsequential lies, which is what tethers do. Y'all just be saying shit just to be saying.
There's nothing lawful about FBA.
Nothing lawful? What do you mean by that?
In terms, what kind of identity is that? If it's not Indian, it's there's nothing about it.
Yes, it is. It's our lineage.
What lineage? There's what documentation you have FBA on?
Sir, you're not going to have FBA on documents from the 1700s because there would be no need to put foundational on it.
And neither from the 18 or the 1900s.
Right.
Hey, family, he missed that. Right. We were the only people who could be considered Black at that time. It was no need, you dumb tether. Oh my God. Fake the accent is like ridiculous. Fake accent. Yo, listen, man. Please try your luck with me. Please roll the dice. Invite yourself up, click the Zoom link, and try to debate me with this right here. I stand on all FBA major talking points. If you think there's something wrong, please challenge me. And you're not Black if you ain't FBA, by the way. Africans, West Indians, and Haitians. You ain't Black. Debate me on that.
Because there would be no need to. We're the only Black people here.
Oh, so you want to own some people now too, right? And they're following right into your trap.
We tether babble, sir. You're jealous of us because we haven't identified. You're a jealous tether babbling buffoon.
You think you're an expert?
You're a jealous fleeing tether, sir, and you're mad because you can't glom onto our history. Is that what you're mad at, sir? Because you ain't got no argument. You're just saying shit. You don't have an argument. You just babbling out of jealousy and anger. Huh? You know what FBA means? That ICE trucks ain't gonna pull up on us. That's what FBA means. Do you have a problem with that, sir?
Yo, this dude is the GOAT, man.
FBA means that we ain't gonna get deported. Do you have a problem with that, sir? That's what you angry about. Unmute your microphone, Trevor or Kenton. Unmute your microphone. That's what you mad at.
It doesn't. That name does not belong to the United States.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It's foreign.
No, it's not. How is it foundational Black American for?
Your name.
How does the name foundational Black American, how is that for?
No, your family name. You don't have
okay,
a
you're just babbling.
name.
Okay, no, we're talking about lineage. That's why you can't argue nothing.
You don't have your family name already.
Yeah.
Mr. Williams.
You're just babbling. What you saying don't matter. You're just saying shit because you want attention because now that ice truck is gonna pull up on your ass and you mad. You're mad, sir.
You gave up your Williams last name.
I give a what?
Fine. You was a more before, right?
You gave up your homeland to come over here with us. You gave up your homeland to come here with us. You ain't in Jamaica.
You're Islam?
You ain't in Jamaica. I know that.
Really?
Really? You ain't in Jamaica. You over in New York somewhere, aren't you?
I'm in Jamaica, Queens, baby.
Oh, there you go. Right. And you ain't in Jamaica, the country. That ain't Jamaica. Your ass fled over here to us, didn't you?
I was born in a Jamaica hospital. Fled.
You fled. You got on an inner tube. You got on an inner tube and came. You got on an inner tube and came over here with us, didn't you? Huh? Come on, now we got a ticklish tether. He's a ticklish tether. Unmute your microphone, ticklish tether. Come on, Kenton. Yeah, these tethers don't have an argument. That's why what they do, it's called shit throwing. It's like a monkey in a cage and they get frustrated because they're in a cage. So they just start digging in their ass and throwing shit all over the place. He's just throwing whatever on the wall to see what sticks. They don't have an argument, ladies and gentlemen. This delineation has them in a chokehold. They can't argue it. You can't debate it. Lineage is lineage. Delineation happened. You can't debate it. So they just start arguing about non sequiturs. That there's a trademark. There's a trademark with some insurance on it. Okay, you're just saying shit. You're just babbling. You're just babbling, sir. Kenton, are you still in here? Unmute your mic, sir. Put some of that Bammy down and talk.
All right. I'm just messing with you, man.
Yeah, I know you are. You just saying shit.
All right, Tariq, chill out, man. Yeah.
All right, now enjoy my homeland, all right? And go in there and make some good chicken.
I'm enjoying your show.
Thank you so much. All right, get out of here.
Enjoy my homeland.
Yeah, no, don't try to laugh it off. Now, all the more weak talking points. Come on, don't try to giggle it off. They ain't got no.
I'm telling you, man, they're almost all of them are the same. You dig? At least those who are against delineation. They're all the same. You dig?
They ain't got no argument. Bummer Clyde, I'm just playing. Please, I'm just messing with y'all. Lord have mercy. No. He's upset. Oh, he's upset because that ice van is popping. All right. They don't want that ice van to come through. That's what they don't want. They know the block is hot. Man, they do not want them ice problems at all.
All right, check it out. Story time. So I'm at this job, right? The job is diverse as hell. I mean, listen, DEI is illegal, constitutionally wise, but I like it. I ain't gonna lie, I like it. Not that I got hired, whatever. I like it because it's really diverse, and it really bring people from different backgrounds together to make it work, become a team. So I like it because Indians, Polish people, Africans, West Indians, Spanish people who I would never pretty much socialize with in real life, you're forced to on a job, you dig? So, by the way, I am already family. Y'all can tell from my personality, I'm him. Already, I'm literally the most liked at the job from everybody. Indian, Polish, African, West Indian, Spanish, just name it. I am him at the job already. I just got there. I'm already the guy. It's all about me. You dig? It's Maya, all about me. The only person who was his past tense after today. The only person who was trying to give me a hard time out of all those ethnicities, yeah, you won't be surprised. A Ghanaian African. And I'm like, yo, he must either know my channel or he got cooked on the FBA channel. Cause he got an issue with me, yo. And I've been playing it cool. Now, don't forget, I'm smart as you ever can be. You dig? So I'm new, so I'm letting it, he's an OG, so I'm letting, letting the way play out. And I'm letting people listen to his like little smart remarks. I'm building a receipt. So today, the Dominican woman asked him a question, QA. He gonna point at me and the guy needs to do like, ask them. So she was like, yo, Harrison, yo, what's up with him? Oh, you done messed up. Now I got a witness who's not Black American, who's a white tea Dominican. Oh, you done messed up. Of course, I went in. Oh yeah, he been like that all for a long time now. He's very combative, belligerent. Yeah, I went in on some Charleston White shit. Yeah, he's very belligerent, combative. He don't share, like he knows a lot, but he don't tell us nothing. And then he expects us to know it. Like, really? I said, yeah. She said, yeah. She said, I did notice him acting weird towards you and the Guyanese dude. I said, yeah, man, I don't know what's up with the dude, but maybe he going through something. See, what happens was you want to play victim. I said, yeah, but maybe he's going through something at home and he's bringing it to work. But it's all good. You know what I mean? And she's like, yeah, because he did ask me earlier, what am I doing in this training room? And a tad bit of like sarcasm was in his mouth. And I was like, yeah, I said, yeah, he's going through something. You know what I mean? I played a Karen role. Yeah, he's going through something. So then now I got her with me. See, one thing you don't do with me, you don't fuck with me. You dig? So I said, all right, now I got somebody who's non-FBA. Let me bring it to the supervisor before, he does. So I said, hey man, but Buddy been like really standoffish. I said, you could even ask the Dominican, QA girl, ask her. She noticed it too. I said, he's been like he got information and we asked him, he don't want to share. Well, I said, really? I said, yeah. He said, really? Okay, I talked to him. And this is how you know they're coons, these African tethers. She got to him eventually. And look, I didn't even know. The Guyanese dude was like, yo, she spoke to him. I said, how you know? I said, look at him. See, the thing is about Guyanese people, like Africans, they worship white people and they worship their job. FBA, like, man, screw the job, I'm out. So my man was so nice. Remember, my argument was he doesn't like to share his expertise, his information, his wisdom. So he started like telling us stuff right at the line, on the line. So you know me, man. I am the worst. I'm your worst nightmare to beef with, especially on a job. So now I'm asking him everything and stuff I don't even care about, daring him not to explain it, because I got the guy and these guys on witness, and he just kissing my ass, explaining everything. I'm just having fun, laughing in my head. Like, yeah, when Wesley Snipes said, "You don't know who you're fucking with," that was me to him. Like, dude, you really don't know who I am. I get a little leverage, and I'm gonna dominate you. You dig? And then he'll tether on top of that. Nah, but the other Ghanaian dude cool though. The other Ghanaian guy cool. But only one person out of the whole company, they rock with me except for this tether. Like I said, I'm like, yo, he gotta be in these FBA spaces. Where he probably came across my channel. It's something, but it's no way. Because this dude ain't like me from the door. Like, oh shit. And I'm smart. I learn fast and I'm athletic. I'm his age, but I look like I'm 20 years younger. I'm physically, not just looks wise, but physicality. I'm 20 years younger than him. So I could learn faster than him. I remember longer, and I'm stronger and quicker and fast and agile he could ever be. So like I'm like his worst nightmare. So he looked at me as a threat. Dude, I'm not a threat. I'm stacking. You dig? I'm trying to get my stuff going on, my business. That's all. Like this is to fund my business. You. This is your career. This is you. This ain't me. Okay? But you won't be Freddy Krueger and me here. You won't be Deboing me here, my guy. You dig? You won't be doing that. You won't be my colonizer. So I got him off the bumper ASAP. You dig? Yeah, like I said, I'm a smart guy who know when to aim. I know when to aim. I don't chimp out. I'm not impulsive. I'm very strategic. I'm a chess teacher. You dig? I move pieces. I move people. All right? Just remember that.
Yeah. They do not want them damn ICE problems. And a lot of them are very upset because we, as foundational Black Americans, we ain't got to watch out for the ICE vans. We ain't got to watch out. We ain't got to duck, dodge. We ain't got to hide. None of that stuff. All right. Yeah, they don't have an argument. See, watch all that passive aggressive energy. That's where all this anger is coming from. That's where all this anger is coming from. They'll try to sit up and tell us, well, the white men don't recognize that, dude. We ain't you. You are the one, you got to go check in and make sure your TPS status is fine. You talk all that, I'm a citizen too, nigga. We are the same. What is this FBA sheet? We are the same. I am no different. You try to separate yourself. We are the same, nigga. And what you're doing is divisive. You are no different from me. The white men pulled me over. Wait, hold on. Uh-oh, the white man has put a thing on my ankle, nigga. Uh-oh, no, wait a minute. I'm FBA too. Please, hold on, don't get my...
Hey, yo, that beep sound, bro, that Tariq Nasheed beep sound, yo, at the job, we got that, man. Like, we got something that beeps every so often. QA, quality assurance, it has a machine where they be testing, like, the drugs, you dig, the pharmaceutical API and the excipients, the API, and the thing beeps when it's ready. Oh my God, I think of Tariq. I be laughing in my head looking at that Ghanaian guy with that about ankle monitor. It's like a inside joke they don't know about. When that thing beep, that sounded exactly like Tariq Nasheed beep thing. I be hollering in my head like, yo, oh, he's a fool.
My goats, wait a minute, nigga. I'm FBA. I eat gumbo too, glad. Please ignore the goats. I borrowed the goats from a friend. Those are not real goats. It's a pit bull, nigga. That's a pit bull. That is not a goat, Cloud. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Oh,
that
God.
beep sound is crazy, yo.
Oh, man. Man. Yo, crew, you in here, crew?
Yo, this dude.
Yeah, I'm here, Tyreek. What's up?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Crew. Hey, yo, this dude Tariq is FOOL. I want TikTok to be sensitive. But this dude is, yo, he is wilding, yo. All right. Let's deal with okay, hold on. Yeah, Tariq's funny as hell, man. All right. Okay, so we got a guy with a Tariq Nasheed thumbnail. Okay, we got a Tariq Nasheed troll come on here. I welcome trolls, no problem. They ain't smarter than me, so it's all good. Hey, man, introduce yourself to the chat. Hello, sir, you're on. Introduce yourself, please. How you hop on? Don't know you're on. Hey, bro, you're on. I hear your background. Can you introduce yourself? We cannot hear. All right, I gotta drop you down. God damn, man, you trying to troll? I'm giving you opportunity to troll. You won't troll. Hello. Go ahead and troll. Damn, you got Tariq Nasheed thumbnail. Troll, bro. Tell us what's up. You don't want to expose that accent? I got you. Yeah, they're ashamed of their accent. God damn. They are ashamed of their accent. That's crazy. All right, let's get to the plebiscite jail babbler.
Natural and real conversation. So
All right.
you're giving me
Wait, not yet. Oh, in a second. Let me go to my man. That's my man right here. Wait, let's go to Umar first.
Well, I'm a Pan-Africanist, in my humble opinion, as the most requested Black public speaking scholar in the world.
Bruh, stop the cat, man. He's the most requested Black scholar in the world. Where you get that from? All right, okay, so the troll is coming back. All right, you want to talk now, or you gonna just play your background? Hello, dude, my guy. All right, so family, he's back up. He won't say a word. He got Tariq Nasheed profile picture. He keep inviting himself up. He won't say a word. Like, dude, listen, man, it's okay. We accept everybody, bro. If you're a foreigner, it's okay. If you're an Afro foreigner, it's okay, man. Okay, I'm not prejudiced. I don't judge. You're not on trial. All right, look. This time, if you don't say nothing, bro, I'm blocking. You, astronaut, astronaut. God damn. Well, yeah. Why nobody talking? Okay. Yes, I hear you loud. You could be a little louder, but I can. You could be a little louder, but I can hear you.
Oh my bad. I didn't even know it was something.
Nah. You get. I mean, okay. So, astronaut, interesting name. It's a word play. It's a play on words. How you identify? Just curious.
Yeah, man.
All right. Okay. So, man, tell us something, man. Give us something. You there? Oh, now, you are. Hey, bro, you are breaking up badly. Hey, bro, you are breaking up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I can hear you now, though. But so, what did you say earlier?
I understand his own people in the back. No goats.
No ghosts. Okay, look. I mean, okay. Let me spark the conversation then. Okay, there are people in Africa, right? 54 countries, right?
Yes.
And then you got the Thousand Islands over over the islands, right?
Correct.
And you got Haiti, which is really it's I think it's South America. Okay, so let me ask you this: are Haitians, West Indians, and Africans black?
No, not in my opinion. No.
That's not an opinion; that's a fact.
Yeah, exactly. That's a fact. Exactly.
That's a fact. Yeah. It's yeah. Okay. Hey, bro, I just told you, Dudu Tunde. That's a real word. That's a real person. This dude came here. He came here in 1957, right?
Okay.
They wanted to test these Africans. They're Nigerian. They wanted to test Jim Crow hypocritical laws, right? How weird they are. So
right.
these Nigerian Africans, they dress it up in African dashiki imprinted Kwanzaa type of imprint. Okay.
Okay.
When I say Kwanzaa imprint, does that mean something to you? Like, can you envision like a certain look?
Yeah, a certain pattern with the colors.
There you
like
go.
Orange, green.
There you go. They got on a bus who demands, right? Unconstitutionally, they demand that foundation Black Americans get in the back. They got on the bus. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Okay. Hold on. You said really? Are you really FBA? Okay. You know Jim Crow. You couldn't ride the front of the bus, right? You know. Okay. Okay. Right. So all I'm saying is they got on that type of bus where they want you in the back with their dashikis and Kwanzaa imprint. These Nigerians sat in the front and the white tee guy, and no white tee passenger demanded they go to the back. Okay?
Yeah, because they're not Negroes.
Right. Well, no, they are, because remember when they went when the Portuguese went around, the Spaniards went around the world, the Dutch, they call almost everybody dark skinned Negro. They call African Negroes too. Continental Africa, they call them Negroes. They definitely were labeled Negro, but like so that name was placed upon them. So, but in America, now although they're because don't forget, Negro is a race like they made black today. Negro just a race, right? Black replaced the Negro for the name of the race. That's all. That's all. But before black, you were the races of the people, the African people of the world were called Negro. They've been called indigenous people here Negro, right? So if you were dark, not everybody, because the Moors and the Arabs, they were never called Negro, but most, at least sub-Saharan people that they called them Negro, right? So those Africans were called Negro, make no mistake. But in America, what I'm saying to you, bro, it's beyond Negro. It's beyond that. It's about lineage. So when those Nigerians wore the dashiki imprints, they realized that these folks are not the lineage. They're Negro because they call them Negro, right? So they're definitely Negro, but they're not lineage. Okay? So white tea supremacy they're anti-lineage, not anti-Negro. So right. So these guys went back. They went back dressed like us, the swag, they try to be swaggy, but they was probably tucking their shirt in their shorts, something we don't do. Like, if you got basketball shorts, you don't tuck your shirt in there. Like Obama, yeah. Do you know be honest, did you know Obama was playing basketball with his shirt tucked in his shorts? Hey, bro, listen. Hey, bro, y'all gotta Google that. He was playing. Yeah. I'm talking about, listen, I'm saying way back then, before delineation, before ADOS, before FBA. When he did that, black Americans like, yep, he's not us. Yeah, I promise you, bro. No, but that's what I'm saying to you. That was the saying back then, 2007. When he did that, because they're like, yo, we don't do that. It's like, yo, we don't play basketball with our shirt tucked in our shirt. Right. So black Americans was like, okay, yeah, these Africans are different way back then. All right, but anyway. Okay. So they went back dressed as us, right? Or try to be, but they tucked their shirts in their shorts on the bus, looking like us. And the bus driver said, get in the back. They demanded them to get in the back. Okay, or they'll call the cops. So, my guy, they're gaslighting us. They know all they got, and it's not just that look. If you put a turban on your head, listen what I'm saying to you, bro. By the way, my name is Unbiased Ron. You could just type that name in on YouTube. You'll catch videos from me from 20 years ago. All right, I've been a long time activist. I'm not new to this. I didn't start from delineation. I didn't start from ADOS or FBA. I'm light years before those acronyms. All right, so I did shows. I'm a historian. I did shows. There were places saying whites only. But if you were dark skin, African looking guy, and you put a turban on, bro, you were allowed to eat there. Did you know that?
Actually, I heard a story that Muhammad Ali had a story similar to that one time in an interview. It was kind of just like what you said, that he was allowed to go in, but they were. It's one of his interviews. You go back and look at it. It's on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah. So all you had to do is so listen. So that debunks this whole notion. If a white tee cop pulls us over, they can't tell who is who. Like, you a lie.
They know. They know.
Right. But watch this. Let's say if the white tee cop can't tell who is who. Let's say somehow he just can't do it. Right? That's possible. Isn't that possible? Because some of them look like us. That's possible. But let me ask you this though. Let's remove the white tee officer. If it was an ICE agent, would he be able to tell who's who? Of course.
They gonna give on.
Of course. Hey, yo, the ICE agents are trained to learn tether behavior, my guy. First of all, he gonna look at us. Like, yo, like he don't give us that look like, what's up? Is he? Is he? We can be like, yes, he is. Take his ass. Take his ass about in my car. My car stink of this dude. Get him up out of here. Right. Musty as hell. Like, get this. Matter of fact, I brought him to you. It's a sting. You dig? I'm part of this thing, nigga. I'm part of the sting. Like, yo, here you go. Get him. Yeah, so they got to stop. So anyway, bro, but in all seriousness, bro, that was going on. And, yo, Black Americans wrote books about that, by the way. I forgot his name. The brother did it, but the brother wrote, I'm talking about at his time, his living time. The brother in 1913 wrote a book that dark immigrants from Jamaica or Africa or Haiti, they used to come to America through Ellis Island, and they used to wear white shoes. They used to have like mutual aid societies and name them a certain name. And when a cop addressed them, all they did was show their ID. And the cop knew he was not lineage, and they know that they were not harassed. This is a fact. Go Google it. It's a fact.
Wow.
Fact. This is 1913. So all the gaslighting about they don't know. Yes, they do. They know because y'all got you. Tell them you ain't us, bro. What person gonna voluntarily be black if they don't got you?
Especially with the police. Come on.
Right, but I'm saying, what about jobs, bank loans? Look, but the bottom line is this. I'm asking you, in America, what non-black American will volunteer to be black American if they don't have to? We are public enemy number one. Who the hell will be like, yeah, put me in with them? No, they come over, they fleeing their homeland for certain similar things, and they're trying to live great. They don't want to be reminded of their homeland. So they gonna come here and say, hey, confuse me with a Negro. They ain't gonna do that because they know no loans, job discrimination, the whole list, what happens to us. Nobody on this earth is gonna come to this country and say, yeah, put me with those guys. And that's why we don't have any allies, my guy.
Thank you, because they all against it. Everybody is.
But it have to be because, but it have to be. Well, they don't have to be, but that's what I'm trying to say. If you want to have an easy life in America, you got to be against us. So when Africans call up, West Indians call up Jamaica, it's like, look, bro, stop. You're not with us. Stop it, because there's no reward. It's just risks. That's it. And look, and you're not in the position to take on risks. You just fled here from you're a bum. You did, like, you're taking government assistance. You're on welfare. You're on SNAP. You're not in a position to take risks. And you can't help us anyway.
Right, because you can be deported, anything,
Right. And he could take off his black. He could put it on and take it off. You dig? We can't do that. Right. Like it's like a hoodie to them. Right.
They change their names, all of that,
Yep.
The first and last name, they change it to make it sound more American.
Right. Like Toby Smith. But guess what? My man got that accent though. So like that's gonna always let white people know I'm not them. And that's just a fact. Fact.
I agree, man. I totally agree with fact. It's not a fact.
Yeah. Your background. I mean, I hear you better, but you are in and out. I just wanted you to know that you are in and out. So, bro, what I do is,
I don't know which location or what.
Yeah, it's probably your location. Nah, but good. Look, all I want to say is this: my name is Unbiased Ron. You can put that name in Google or YouTube, and you're gonna see my body of work. Hey, bro, I've been on YouTube 20 years. I never lost one debate, not even close. And I debated all type of topics. All my debates are landslides. Like they're not even close. Not even close. So
Well, let me ask you a question.
yeah, go ahead.
I'm trying to get you. How do I spell it? Like on YouTube. How do I spell it? Unbiased Ron.
Unbiased. Like unbiased, like biased, like UNB. Yeah, unbiased, right? Ron. What I gotta do?
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Put it on YouTube, and all you're gonna see. Look, I'm talking about all topics. No matter, like, people could make up a topic. I'm gonna cook them. Like, so, like my education is like really versatile. So yeah, any topic, it ain't just history, it's politics, it's religion, it's whatever, you know, sports, whatever. I'm a cook because I'm just smarter than people. Right. Right. So anyway, hey, bro, just tap in and look. I'm live. I don't know your schedule, but weekdays I'm live every morning, 5 a.m. And tethers usually come out at nighttime, like 5 a.m. Okay. So because they think nobody looking, right? So I be cooking them. They're like ghouls and goblins and demons. So I cook them 5 a.m. Then I come back live 3:30 p.m. But this week be kind of like a little crazy because of the workflow. But normally 3 p.m. or maybe a little later. But 5 a.m. for sure. Weekdays. Okay. Yeah, for sure. And bro, and you're gonna see how these tethers calling other FBA spaces, they be having success. I'll be watching it. They come over here, bro. They actually bow down. They actually be like, "Yo, you got it." You know what I mean? Like I get. Look, when I debate, I need my opponent to say I won. Okay, that's what I need. If I can't get that, I don't think I won. So I need my opponent to say you got it, and they've been saying that. You dig? So just follow, check me out. That's all. Check a brother out.
All good, man. Much respect, man.
Yes, sir. B1. Okay. All right, I'm gonna finish the video, bro. Enjoy. And we about to B1 to you. Much respect. And I'm gonna finish the video. All right, man. So have a great time enjoying this show. He's breaking up.
I think we tend to exaggerate the differences between communities. I've been all throughout the Caribbean, and although there might be some nuanced differences, pretty much it's the same situation globally wherever I go. And with that being said, I think that, we as African people have to start cooperating and collaborating with each other across regions, particularly the descendants of the slave trade, the children of the transatlantic slave trade, from Boston to Bahamas.
Wait, what? We made Umar bow down. Yo, did Umar Umar bowed down. Umar said FBA. Yo, he said it in every which way, but just saying it plainly. Yo, we made Umar bow down. That to me means that Umar was arguing with some tethers, and he was like, "Yo, Tariq Nasheed and he said Tariq Nasheed and unbiased Ron is correct." Yo, Umar, oh my God! All right, hold on. What the fuck is going on with this, man? Let's go. What are we doing? Hold on. I'm over here trying to connect my Wi-Fi. Oh my God. Early. It gave me the. Yeah, by the way, yeah, invite yourselves up. I want my ops to invite themselves up. I want my ops, the ops who think FBAs are wrong, we're divisive, we're CIA agents, we're getting paid. I want you guys to call in, really. I accept anybody, lineage, but I want the deniers to call in because they be having a lot to say. Yeah, I cannot believe it's giving me trouble logging on. This is wild, man. All right, good. Umar said,
from Jamaica to New York, I think there needs to be greater collaboration. And with that being said, pretty much it's the same situation globally wherever I go. And with that being said, I think that, we as African people have to start cooperating and collaborating with each other across regions, particularly the descendants of the slave trade, the children of the transatlantic slave trade, from Boston to Bahamas, from Jamaica to New York. I think there needs to be greater collaboration.
No, Umar, stop being slick, my guy. He try to include all of the diaspora. Stop it, bro.
We are far too divided, and we should be further along in terms of self-sufficiency, independence.
Yeah, but what did you do to help that happen? You did nothing, my guy. What works did you do to help that happen? How did you help that reality, Umar? Your school was supposed to do that. Your school ain't do it. Umar promised us that his school will be able to solve that problem. What happened? What happened? Umar, what happened? Your school was supposed to solve that problem, my guy.
Progress, and even with the reparations fight, I think we could be so much further along if we would just work together and stop highlighting differences as opposed to commonalities.
Right. Stop wasting time on diaspora wars. Prof, over to you.
Yes.
Now, what's embarrassing is that grown men gotta deny real truth to make one or two tethers feel good. Now, family, the space he went on, the Jamaican tether space he went on. This ain't a big podcast, by the way. So you think Umar kissing ass, it should be a huge podcast. This podcast is relatively small. And he's catering to them, don't want to be honest, but let you call in as FBA. Let you call in. He's on you hard. Like, yo, these guys got a sick love for Africa. But he'll never live there. Umar will never permanently live in Africa. Never. He was over there. He visited. He's seen how it was in a horrible condition. He would never live over there, but he would gaslight us and tell us about Africa, Africa, Africa. Bro, you should first live over there. Okay? So Umar should be already in his 5th year in one of those African poor countries. You dig? Degenerate country. He should have been there at least 5 years by now, living there. In a degenerate, poor, third world country in Africa by now. He has never lived in Africa.
I couldn't agree more. We are one people, and we should try to actualize that.
Ma'am, you're a lie. You are a lie. This Jamaican tether is a liar.
Philosophy rather than keeping raising differences. But you know, Dr.
But y'all raise differences in Jamaica, you lying dog tether. You lying dog tether. The women in Jamaica have a big issue with the men in Jamaica because the men in Jamaica are given rights that the women don't get. So the women in Jamaica, hey, if you from Jamaica, call in as a woman, women only, women. If you from Jamaica, you actually been there and lived there, call in. Tell me I'm lying. The men in Jamaica gets more rights than a woman. So you guys gotta be one with yourself first. You can't be that split and come to America talking about let's unite. How about you guys unite the men and women in Jamaica? A lot of women in Jamaica are afraid of the men because they have less rights. The men can do all type of sexual stuff to the women and don't get locked up or don't get charged, don't get sentenced. Like, stop it. I know, I researched it. I read your papers, The Gleaner. I read your papers. Okay?
Dr. Umar, since we're in reparation corner, I have to tell you that what is going on right now in my meetings in Geneva, working with one of my colleagues from Liberia and started by Gay McDougall from the US, is general recommendation reparations. That's what we're working on now. The UN has come late to the table on this, in my view, and certainly the committee on which I sit has come late. I've been trying to push them towards it from 2016, but nobody was listening to me. But now, on the committee, we have a majority of African people. And so we have now insisted that we cannot ignore the whole international debate on reparations. And so we are now working on adopting a general recommendation on reparations. It is GR 40 because we have elaborated and adopted so many general recommendations on specific themes that we can't, cover all the time.
in our meeting. So I'm very excited, and I'm helping my colleague from Liberia to finish what Gates started, since she's no longer on the committee. But I want to ask you, based on current political environment in the USA that we all know about, how alive is the reparations movement in the USA?
Well, there are several reparations groups in America, of course. Different fronts. And of course, I've been following the development of reparations on the continent, you know, the most recent conference in Ghana and the declarations that came out of that.
I was there. I was in Accra, and I was on the president of Ghana's technical team to develop
hold on. Let me make sure the mic and
resolution. So I'm very proud of that.
Yes, ma'am. One of the things that we are concerned about in the Americas, and I'm speaking
let me get right.
Demand North and South America for reparations for the descendant Africans, particularly in the Americas. So that is one of the weaknesses in that platform. I see a demand for reparations for slavery, but there is no demand for reparations to the descendants of the enslaved in America, and that is something that must be added.
Oh my God, what the fuck is that about? Okay, I gotta back up. Okay, goddamn, I didn't lost so much. Okay. Umar, you got to stop, my guy. Umar, you got to stop. All right, let's start from here.
One of the biggest concerns.
I was there. I was in Accra, and I was on the president of Ghana's technical team to develop the resolution. So I'm very proud of that.
Yes, ma'am. One of the things that we are concerned about in the Americas, and I'm speaking for North, Central, and South America, from Boston to Brazil, is there was no direct demand for reparations for the descendants of enslaved Africans, particularly.
He just include, dude. What are you, yo? Are you serious, bro? Hispanics are not claiming reparations?
Particularly in the Americas. One of the things that we are concerned about in the Americas, and I'm speaking for North, Central, and South America. From
these are weirdos, yo.
Boston to Brazil, is there was no direct demand for reparations for the descendants of enslaved Africans, particularly in the Americas. So that is one of the weaknesses.
He said Americas. He put an S on there. So he included all these damn Hispanics that don't make a reparations claim. Umar, dude, you're remedial. You're a scammer. You're a broke bum who's addicted to Philly blunts and marijuana, my guy. Okay? Dude, where's your school, man? 30 years later, my guy. And people still give this guy a voice. Well, I see why. This Jamaican lady got a failed channel. Ma'am, nobody, Americans are never going to support your channel with that heavy ass accent. And one thing about Americans, we are prejudiced to their accents. That's why a lot of like Spanish boxers can never be great if their English is broken. Americans are very prejudiced to broken English speakers. It's not right, but that's a fact. So for your accent to be that strong, Jamaican lady, you will never be big in America. Work on that goddamn accent. Try to speak like me as much as possible, and you might get there. But that strong ass accent, kiss it goodbye. And that's why your struggle channel with Umar, and you still ain't getting no damn views.
In that platform, I see a demand for reparations for slavery, but there is no demand for reparations to the descendants of the enslaved in America, and that is something that must be added to that list.
GR40 definitely has the descendants, because we're living with the legacies, and those of us over here, we're living with the legacies. So people of African descent is very much a part of the general recommendation that we're developing.
Yes, but let me clarify, Queen. Let me clarify. It's different. It needs to be specified, and why? because those of us who live in the Americas, we don't live in countries with African governments. So when you say descendants of slaves, that clearly translates
No,
without
no, I don't
question.
use slaves. I don't use slaves, please. And I never use slaves. We were
Listen,
enslaved.
the descendants of the enslaved African, okay?
Okay, good.
That it is very clear. It is very clear what that means in the Caribbean. It's very clear what that means in Africa. It's not very clear what that means in the Americas. It needs to be specified out for those who do not live under the benefit of African government. So the Caribbean governments are black ran. On the continent, they're black ran. But there is nothing specific about American Africans who are the descendants of the enslaved Africans in the Americas. That needs to be specifically stated because it's not there.
Yes.
And the concern
I'm
is,
making a note of that.
please do, because the concern is from Boston to Brazil is that we're being left out of the conversation in a meaningful way.
What do you know about Dr. Ron Daniels? And well, there's the 12th of December movement, which I know, and then there is NARC, National African American Reparation Committee, and then there's ADOS. Do these work together?
Hey, no, they don't, because NARC try to include tethers. Okay, ADOS does not. Okay, so Umar, I mean, Umar, you're a scammer, my guy. You're a scammer. Congratulations, my guy. You accomplished your goal. You caught up to Garvey. You ain't past him because Garvey's the king of scamming Black Americans. But you up there. You up there. You and Jay Morrison, y'all up there. You dig? Polite tried to get there, but he was nowhere close. But all y'all names are there. Ali Muhammad, all y'all there. You dig? Y'all going down in history, scamming Black Americans. Sabi, another one. Sabi, Sabi, what's his last name? What's Sabi's last name? What's his real name? Alfred, some scammers, Black community scammers. You dig? Yeah, but the good thing is delineation make us look twice at Tether selling us a product or a dream. The chances of another Sabi, another Umar is very slim amongst our communities now that we're delineating. Yeah, so we definitely neutralize the scamming. Okay? The scamming is pretty much done. At least from tethers. And we got Earn Your Leisure, and allegedly they're scamming. Or disinformation. You dig? So allegedly they're on that type of time. That's allegedly. That's what I'm hearing. Streets is talking.
ADOS seems to be, on the right-wing side of everybody else. That is the African Descendants of Slavery, I think it's called.
Well, I'm familiar. The leader of ADOS, she's not a Pan-Africanist in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I know that for a fact. The other organizations, I am not too sure about their infrastructure, but my concern for many of the reparations fronts in America, not all of them, but many of them, they're ran by Black bourgeoisies who are not authentic Pan-Africanists, but are often...
Yeah, my man said, this guy Umar said, not authentic Pan-Africanists. So Umar, you got to be a Pan-Africanist to argue for reparations for foundational Black Americans, my guy, for American descendants of slavery, for freedmen, for Native Black Americans. You got to be an authentic Pan-Africans, but family. Pan-Africanists, all of them have failed. ADOS is new compared to like Umar said, the oldest Pan-African got nothing accomplished. Nothing. ADOS and other organizations out there that's delineating, they got more done in a short window than all of those Pan-African fake reparations organizations combined. So I don't want to play no more Umar because like this whole Pan-African narrative that he's only doing it because he's trying to cater to these women. And that's what happens, man. Like when you're not attractive, like you start to compromise your lineage for women. I see a lot of FBA guys doing this on TikTok. Right now, family, if I share my screen, It showed you my TikTok inbox. All you're gonna see is fake accounts. Hi, handsome. Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? You got more pictures? That's all in my inboxes, family. They think I'm a desperate FBA guy. You dig? Who just so desperate for women. No, listen, that's not gonna work. I don't have a problem. I get you dig? I ain't got a problem. I never had a problem. So I don't have a problem today. So no, it's not gonna work. I'm not desperate. I'm not looking for internet love. It's not gonna happen. So y'all can make up any fake profile y'all want. Y'all can make it look as beautiful as you want. For one, you don't know my type. Okay, you're rolling the dice and you think I want some mulatto. You're bugging. Okay, I don't want nobody look like Maya. I don't want nobody look like Tyler. So y'all out here trying to scam me with these mulattoes. Like, yeah, you don't know me. If I give you a head start, if you're trying to scam me with a fake beautiful profile picture, stop sending me mulattoes. I got no interest in a mulatto. I think they're crazy. Okay, that's my personal opinion. I think they're crazy. Right. So yeah. So a half FBA and a half somebody else. That's the last one to send me. I don't want none of them. All right. I want somebody who's obviously black. If I gotta squint my eyes and where you from? If I gotta do that, I'm good. I need to look at you and know for almost certainty that you're of my lineage. If I gotta squint my eyes and all this other stuff and guess and contemplate and ask you, what you mixed with? If I gotta ask you that, I'm good. If I gotta ask you what you mixed with, I'll pass. So that's a heads up to the scammers out there. Stop sending me mulattoes. I don't think they're that attractive like you think they are. Okay? I don't want no Mariah Carey looking ass woman. I'm good. Okay? I don't want no Mayas. No Mayas, no mulatto, no let me get Brittany Renters. I don't want none of those, man. Like they're to me that attractive. Okay? I'm good. So if you're gonna send somebody, like do a little bit of homework on me. Like try to listen to what type of women I like. I like women who are clearly that's what I like. So stop sending me these mulattoes, scammers. Okay? And by the way, I don't want no internet love, so don't send me nobody. But do as you may. Just trying to save you some time. Okay, I don't want no internet love, but whatever. You call my bluff because you're gonna do what you do anyway. So go ahead and just do what you do. But the mulattoes, I'm gonna save you time. No mulattoes. That's not gonna happen. I got zero interest in mulattoes.
Vibe. So again, studying Romania they might be paying him in fly swatters or something. I don't know, but he sounds like a paid op because he comes in with certain talking points.
Tariq, so, this is what I want you to know today.
What do you want me to know?
We have decided, we the youth of Africans, we have African country, we have decided to report you to the African Union because what you are doing is causing division,
like a paid op,
between
comes in
our
with certain
brothers in America. Tariq, so, this is what I want you to know today.
You're not in Africa, you're in Europe, sir.
Well, whether I'm in Europe, I'm still an African man.
So you're gonna report me to the African Union?
Yes.
And what are you gonna tell them?
That you are causing division, the bond that both of us have had for many years.
Okay, but what's the African Union gonna do? They can't do shit. What they gonna do?
Well, the government, we're going to write to the American government. They're going to find a way to bring you in and let you know that this is not right.
You think the U.S. government give a shit about the African Union? They told y'all to kick rocks.
Well, when in the olden days, if two young child are fighting, they will report to the adult, to the elders.
But okay, before you report,
we call the young ones together.
Before you report me, y'all not gonna report all of them dozens of active wars that's happening in Africa now. Y'all got about a couple of dozen active conflicts going on all over Africa.
But what you are doing
don't y'all need to take care of that?
What you are doing is international embarrassment. You are embarrassing the black population, the black nation, the African nation in diaspora. You are embarrassing us.
What's embarrassing is you taking a
okay, right there. That's these African tethers, and that's why that she's a Pan-African, because this is the argument, and I can't even disagree. Some people think he's a Pan-African because he's allowing Africans to say they're black. So they're saying Tariq is backdooring tethers into our lineage by allowing them to say they're black. This guy, listen, I almost said a bad word. I'm so upset.
You can take care of that.
What you are doing is international embarrassment. You are embarrassing the black population, the black nation, the African nation in diaspora.
So he said black nation, he said African family. This guy used black and African interchangeably, and Tariq Nasheed said nothing. So Tariq, if black and African is interchangeable, and you're calling yourself a foundational black American, my guy, you are calling yourself a foundational African American. Okay? If you let this guy, and he lets all of them say this, he lets these tethers use black and African interchangeably. So if it's interchangeable, then you can say you're FBA or FAA because they're interchangeable. Now I'm going to rewind it back, and Tariq is not going to object at all. That's the biggest issue I have with him. Like, dude, if you don't know how to represent who's black, who's not, sit down and invite me on your podcast and let me take over from here. And call so issues that explain that of them agree to concede. Okay, think I'm lying? A tether. If you're out here on YouTube or TikTok, invite yourself up, and I guarantee you, I can prove to you, as long as you don't chimp out and be disrespectful, I can prove to you you're not black, and you will agree. Okay? I do not know why Tariq Nasheed struggles on this topic where he allows tethers to say they're black. So I'm going to rewind it. Again, if tethers are black, tethers then say black and African are interchangeable. The tethers use black and he said the black nation family. He was talking about Africa. When he said the black nation, this tether, he was not talking about America. He was talking about Africa as the black nation. After the black nation, and we have black history, then black history is African history. If FBA stands for Foundation Black American, then it stands for also Foundational African American. Okay, and now they get to tether on all of our accomplishments. So 50,000 patents, you're bragging about that, but that's also African. Because African mean black and black mean African. He's conceding to that. I don't know why, but that is one thing that like really bothers me, man. It really makes me want to crash out. And again, I want the brother to reach out to me. I will give him a Teflon argument where he can have them prove they're black. But that is one thing with his lives that like just really bothers me, really bothers me. When he allowed tethers to say they're black, and then he low-key, under Tariq watch, said black and African. He used those words interchangeably. I'm going to rewind it for you. Check it out.
I need to take care of that.
What you are doing is international embarrassment. You are embarrassing the black population, the black nation, the African nation in diaspora. You are embarrassing us.
What's
the black nation, the African nation? He said the black nation, the African nation. Tariq Nasheed said nothing.
Embarrassing is you taking a shit on a tree and wiping your ass with meerkat fur. That's
So he comes back with a joke. I don't want a joke. Come back with, yo, African nation is not a black nation. Like I had to explain to a tether earlier. Why you no African nations got 54 countries. How many countries the black nation got in them? You dig? So now don't come back with a joke. Come back with, like, what you mean African nation is a black nation? Like, yo, what that mean? Explain that. What that mean? Yeah, don't come back with a joke because you let him have it. He won. He won because a tether win is when they are allowed black. They're allowed to say they're black. That means they're allowed cosplay. And then if they're black and reparations are for black people, well, there you go. Tethers are involved in reparations and anything else that just for blacks. And even FBA represents them because FBA stands for Foundational Black Americans. And if you allow a tether to say he's African and black, they're the same thing, then guess what? Then he's also that. Yeah, so don't come back with a joke. Come back with he ain't black. You dig? And he never does that. Like once in a blue moon, he might argue that. But for the most part, he allows them to say they're black. And they're clearly got so much vitriol disdaining them. And there's no challenge. And I don't like that, man. I don't like that. I don't like when an African or a non-black American is able to come on this platform and say they're black with no pushback. I don't like that.
You are doing is international embarrassment. You are embarrassing the black population, the black nation, the African nation in diaspora. You are embarrassing us.
What's embarrassing is you taking a shit on a tree and wiping your ass with meerkat fur. That's embarrassing, sir. Do you think that's something that's prideful? Y'all got signs telling y'all to stop shitting in the streets. Do you think that's something of pride, sir? Huh? That's embarrassing, sir. You floating on an inner tube trying to get up to Spain, that's embarrassing, right? Come on, sir. Come on, study in Romania. This is Count Muscula, because he went up there to Romania. He's in Dracula's castle, and he's muscular. Yes.
Whatever you are accusing African of is happening also in black community in Los Angeles, in Chicago, in Texas. So don't.
No, it's not. There are no tribal wars, and people aren't shitting on trees.
I'm not talking about that. You kill each other also. So forget all those black on black crime.
No, sir. Crime in the black community here is down in record lows, sir. We're not committing crime like that. But over there, boy, y'all got child soldiers. Y'all got wars.
Okay, so even that, Tariq Nasheed has failed to understand that black is a race in America. So black on black crime is not specifically speaking to FBAs. Black on black crime, black divorces, anything negative on the black involves tethers. It's a race. Tariq, black in America is not an ethnic group. Black in America is a racial classification that includes Africans. That's why they can check their government form black. Because black represents a race, not an ethnic group. So when he says black on black crime, Tariq Nasheed, you need to tell him you do know black classification, right? Yes. Well, when you said black on black crime, you're in there. And I think it's just you people that's criminal representing black, making black degenerate. But Tariq conceded that black is now just an ethnic group. It's like Tariq, he just told you the black nation in Africa, and then he said black on black crime, and you can't connect the dots. Like he's mixing black ethnic group with black fake African nation. It's like, yeah, you got to catch him on this, but he's letting everything go. Like he's basically verifying it, confirming it. It's like, yo, listen, man, if you're not ready to handle black, bro, I'm not hard to find. The same way you call up Dan, and all, look, you can call me up, bro. I mean, and I will come. I will wake up, whatever time you are, I will wake up and I will actually come. and I will actually, speak to this. But I cannot allow you to play with the when black means everybody, and when black just means Foundation of Black America. So every time it's negative, it's, oh, you basically stop letting them do that. So what I do is I repo black altogether. No, you're not black at all. You never was, by the way. You never was. You was always African. You were never black. When did you become black? I want a date and time. When did you first become black? Give me the date. Because I know it could not be before 1977. So whatever date you give me, it has to be post 1977. You dig? But we were black pre 1977. So whatever black you're claiming, it ain't us. It ain't got nothing to do with our black. And how many things are you? You're African, you're Bantu, you're Nigerian, you're black, you're African American. Why are you all these things? It's like a guy with a bunch of fake IDs. Like, yo, why are you all these things? We're just black. You are African, you're Nigerian, you're Yoruba, you're black, you're this, you're that, you're African American. Why are you 5, 6 different things, man? You got Haitians, you got black Haitians, you got African American Haitians, you got African Haitians, you got melanated Haitians. God, y'all just a bunch of thousand. What's up, man? We're just black. You're a whole bunch of things. We're just black. You got Jamaicans, you got Afro-Jamaicans, Afro-Caribbeans, you got West Indians, you got Yardie, you got African Jamaicans, you got Jamaican Americans. They got all these goddamn identities, man. We just black. We just black. We just black.
What's going on right now? That's why you're not over there. It's not safe. You had to go somewhere safe.
What told you it's not safe? When you went to Senegal, did anybody harass you?
Oh no, because I would whoop the shit out of about 10 of y'all if y'all tried to. But yeah, I was good over there. I was good. I was very good over there. But I'm not a part of none. I'm not a part of none of them tribes over there either.
I'm letting you know now.
You let me know what?
I've discussed your issue. We're going to report. We're going to send to the African Union to look into this matter because you are causing division.
And you know what I'm going to do? The next time you try to fly, I'm going to call Delta Airlines and I'm going to report that you got a luggage full of meerkat McNuggets. I'm going to tell them you got a bunch of illegal bushmeat that you're going to try to cook up, and they're going to detain. They're going to
used by the white government to cause among over the world.
And yet that people all over the world and Tariq act like that made sense. No challenge. This guy is African as hell with a strong accent, but he's allowed to say he's black, black, black. If Tariq was to ask him about Maggie Delaney Walker, Madam C.J. Walker, A.J. Gaston, he would have no clue who these people are. If Tariq asked a guy about free blacks in America, Black Reconstruction, Black Wall Street, this guy would be clueless. Okay? So it's like, how are you black and you know nothing about black history? How's that possible? How's that possible? But Tariq Nasheed allows this guy to say black, blackity, and he don't care if he loses other arguments. He happy. Mission is accomplished. The CIA is happy. CIA like, yo, look. Here, listen, man. Go in FBA spaces. You're gonna lose debates because they're just smart and brilliant. As long as they acknowledge you are and they agree with that lie, you win. So you accomplish the goal we have for you. So don't mind if they cook you on other topics. Just the fact that they allow you to say you're black without any pushback, you accomplish our goal. We're trying to flatten black. And a lot of these FBA spaces, starting with Tariq Nasheed, is allowing you to flatten black. But that guy on Ron, don't go over there. Don't go to FBA News and Updates. Don't go to Blacks News and Facts. Blacks with an X, by the way, no CKS. Don't touch him, because he will cook the shit out you. He will expose our lie. He don't allow tethers to claim black at all. Okay, he has the only Teflon argument. But those other spaces, yeah, try them out. Try them out. You might get through. But that dude, FBA Ron, FBA News and Updates, Blacks with an X, News and Facts, do not go over there. Do not go over there. You will get cooked, and the mission would be we got to abort mission. Do not try him. He's too educated. He's too skilled. Okay, you'll never catch him slipping at a beach, movie theater, playing basketball. He knows his stuff. He don't need Google. He don't need ChatGPT. He don't need no. He'll fly kid. He proper preparation prevents poor performances. He believes in that. You dig? So y'all get ready. Hard work, dedication. He believes in all. Do not try him. He will kill you, and we got to abort the mission. But go to these other FBA channels. They be lacking. You'll catch them lacking. Do not mess with unbiased Ron. You will destroy our whole everything we work will be garbage.
Unified. Where were we all?
Government to cause division among black people all over. Division, you are being used by the white government to cause division among black people all over the world.
Sir, we're so unified over here. It's ridiculous. We're so extremely unified. Where were we all together in the first place? You got to point out where we were together. Where were we all together with all this unity?
King came to Africa. Reverend Jesse Jackson came to Africa. There was unity in the 60s, in the 50s. But you are causing the division
now. There's no unity. Just one or two of us went over there. There was no unity. Y'all were colonized over there at the time. We were trying to help you get that colonization off that ass. So it was a one-way street.
Yes,
we were helping,
because we are brothers.
We were
together.
Helping.
But now you are causing division.
Sir, the division is over there with those tribal wars, sir. Y'all got tribal wars over there now. Y'all not divided. That's why y'all got a gazillion tribes over there, sir. That's why you had to leave.
You keep saying you are not the leader, but you are the strong voice of this movement.
And you got you got the strong smell of must, sir. So you're the leader of funky musty tethers, sir. Good grief. So thank you so much. You're just saying shit. All right, let me see who else is on here. Oh, Lord, this is musty as he can be. Boy, this delineation, these people are just crying. They're desperate. The fact that they cannot glom onto us and they got to hold their own nuts and they got to stand on their own culture. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, it's desperate. They're so desperate. They need us to be generic Africans.
People. A piece of work. Their piece of work. All right, let me see who we got. Shout out to everybody in here. Shout out to what's up, Adrian. Hey, what's going on, brother Adrian? I can hear you, Adrian. How are you, sir?
Man, it was going. Yeah, I'm dropping this semi truck, man, trying to get on back to the crib.
No doubt.
Nah, man, I just finally got on, man, and said what's up with everybody. But I noticed that when I was younger and everything, and my family used to always tell us like, you know, your lineage come from here. You know, I got family out there in the boot, out there in Colfax and out there in Goldsboro, North Carolina. My pops from Goldsboro, my mom is out there from Colfax, Louisiana. But growing up, I've never been told my family was from Africa. Now, yeah, of course, you know, everybody as a whole, you want to really go back thousands and tens of thousands, millions of years or whatever you want to say, come from Africa, you know, even white folks. But when I would explain people, even currently, I'll say, look, there's nowhere on my birth certificate that has African American.
Right.
And people look shocked. I'm like, on my birth certificate does not have African American. So this African American term is later on. Now, I've noticed there's a lot of people that's come out and said, well, you're being divisive. And I ask them, how's it being divisive if we sit there and say, we're not African American because that's not where we're from. But I asked somebody, I said, look, you call yourself Nigerian, somebody else might call themselves Ethiopian or Ghanaian. What's the difference in us calling ourselves Foundation Black American Freedom? I said, what's the difference? I said that when it comes down to, when it really comes down to it, is the term African American has really put us second class, basically saying, okay, somebody that comes from Africa, you know, they used to always say, you don't know where you're from.
Right.
And then niggas sound like African American. They would say African American, make it seem like we're second class,
right?
Like we're generic or whatnot. So now we delineate from everything. Now I really sat back and I said, damn, a lot of these issues and turmoil hasn't even been us.
Right.
When you look at all these different podcasts, I'm like, that wasn't even us.
Yep.
And I mean, it really blew my mind. I mean, you brought it to light with a lot of things, but I said I did my own research. I said, wow, okay, all this black man ain't this, and black women ain't that. And I'm like, okay, like your Myra Gaines and all these other individuals, you know, and all that good stuff. So yeah, brother, I'm just piggybacking, man. If you could, and then also too, man, if you on one of your series that you thought about doing something on Colfax, you know, with the situation that happened out there in Colfax back in the day.
I gotta look more into that. I gotta look into it. But thank you so much, brother. All right, Dave, you good, Dave? Because you came in hot. What's up, Dave?
All right. So anyway, I'm gonna log off. Check me out 5 a.m. tomorrow morning on weekdays, 5 a.m. to about 6:30, 6:45 a.m. About an hour, almost 2 hours, just shy of 2 hours live. You dig? I'm gonna end this one early. I got some stuff to do, some business to handle. You know what I mean? So 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. When I go live in the afternoon, it's never guaranteed because my real schedule is 5 a.m. When I go live in the afternoon, that's not my real schedule. That's just something I do when I got some time. But when time doesn't permit, I'm not committed to that hour. But I'm committed to 5 a.m. to about 6:40 a.m. every morning, weekdays every morning, not weekends. Even though I do go live on weekends in the morning, but it's not guaranteed. I don't have to go live. But Monday through Friday, I feel like I have to go live, and I can hold y'all to that. You dig? Or you can hold me to that. 5 a.m. weekdays, Monday through Friday. All right. So tap in, follow me. You dig? Whatever you gotta do. And I do enjoy if you guys interact. You ain't gotta say much. Shout out this and that. How you quick story. How you came to FBA, you know, your lineage. And simple stuff, man. That stuff matters. People want to be heard. Or people want to hear you. Like you thinking, because you're a selfish person, but people would like to hear your story. Your story motivates them. Okay? You calling in saying a few words motivate people to say a lot of words. All right? The Tethers have no problem calling in. Damn, the Tethers support the channels more than FBA. Calling in is supporting the channel. Like YouTube and TikTok, all these social media platforms, family, they reward the channels who get call-ins. You not calling in, that's actually that's counterproductive. You dig? That's helped me get shadow banned. By y'all not calling in, again, few words, hang up. By you not calling in, YouTube shelf channels, like they shelf those channels. They want interaction with the chat because they believe they're going to be able to get you guys to buy into some sponsorship, right? Some commercial stuff. So when they see no chat interacting with me, they're like, all right, let's shadow ban him because we can't sell a product. Does that make sense? The more you give a few words to me, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 10 seconds, and just hang up, YouTube sees that as, oh, that's a potential sell. Let's send him some advertisements, some sponsors, okay? Let's put them in algorithms. Let more people hear them. But if y'all not, if I'm just monologuing, when nobody interacting, YouTube say, nope. Because YouTube is a business. They want to believe they can make money from you. But if nobody's calling in, they see that as, put them in the back shelf. So that's a little tip for y'all. You dig? B1, 5 a.m. tomorrow. I'll holler. FBA, B1. So I logged off. Well, I cannot believe this phone just be freezing. I got to reset my whole phone. YouTube, same thing, man. Call in. Just say a few words and get off. You don't got to stay on. You don't got to be a co-host. I'm not asking you guys to be a co-host. Just once in a blue moon. Hey, man, shout out to you. I've been a listener for so long. Man, these tethers ain't shit. These white teeth, blah, blah, blah. All right, man, I'm out. Peace. It's that simple.